Hello and welcome. Carrie here from the world famous Montello Theater, Healing Humanity, the Power of a Proper Human Diet, and HomesteadHow, along with
Alyssa. Hi guys. I haven't done one of these in a while.
Have you done one of these ever?
Yeah, I did it with you, but I wasn't like showing my face.
Is it the first time you've shown your face on camera?
Yeah.
This isn't.
I'm alive.
You're not Lily.
I just don't like showing my face.
Lily never wants to be on camera. Lily's my older daughter who is 19. Is that right?
I think so.
We're not sure.
18 or 19.
Alyssa is doing carnivore right now, and I have printed out a whole bunch of questions to interview and ask Alyssa, and to hopefully educate and help people, because there's a lot of people that say, I want my teenage daughter to eat a proper human diet. It's kind of scary what teenagers are eating. So hopefully Alyssa can help inspire some people, share her story, why she's doing it, what's working for her, what's not working for her, and what maybe could work for you or for your teenager or for your kids. Maybe it'll just be fun. Alyssa likes to have fun, right, Alyssa?
Yeah, fun is pretty fun.
This is fun, right? Are you having fun?
So much fun.
How much fun are you having?
10 out of 10.
Do I have a gun aimed to your head off screen?
Yeah, it's under my leg. It's right on my leg.
Say it.
He taped it there.
Say I love carnivore.
I love carnivore.
Say I will be carnivore forever.
I just say everything he wants. People are actually gonna believe that too.
What'll happen if you don't talk positively about carnivore tonight?
He'll disown me. He'll actually kick me out of the house.
And where will you go live?
In a park.
No, the orphanage. There's an.
You're gonna think you're for real.
There's an orphanage that kids get sent to that don't want to be carnivores.
Where?
It's right down the road.
Where?
We're joking. We're joking. She's not going to an orphanage. If you guys have questions for Alyssa, shoot them in the sidebar. But let me know right now, where are you from and what are you eating and how are you doing? Alyssa, where are you from? What are you eating and how are you doing while people are checking in and jumping online?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Oh, wait. I got to press a button over here. You keep talking. Go ahead.
The thing that I mostly eat would be, well, I don't eat much steak. I'm trying to eat more steak. We went somewhere today and we had really good steak and it was delicious. And I think I eat like a lot of turkey and salami and pepperoni, which I'm trying to change into more fatty meat. But since I was on carnivore first, I was on keto first. Sorry, I was reading someone's name.
Well, take us back. How long have you been doing this? When did you start keto?
So I did keto a couple months ago. I don't remember the exact month, but then I seen my dad like do carnivore for so long and he looked so good, and that just inspired me to go on to carnivore and just feel better.
And I forced you to do it.
Yeah, there's a gun.
And I never shut up about carnivore. So you were doing keto. Why didn't keto work?
Keto, it worked, but I wanted to see improvements faster. So
what was your typical day eating keto? What would you eat?
You don't want to know.
Probably why it didn't work.
I had a lot of hoo hut. It's like a Mongolian food. It's just like steak. I had a lot of steak, chicken, pork. And then I had like cabbage and broccoli. But then I realized, what's the point of the cabbage and broccoli?
And you did that for a while.
And now I'm on carnivore. I've been on carnivore, I think, a month now. People think it's hard getting onto, but if you do keto first, I feel like it's a lot easier because he did keto first too, and then he moved into carnivore. Did
you have any keto flu or carnivore flu? Did you get sick at all when you went to carnivore?
No, because I've done carnivore so many times. I did a carnivore for a year prior. Like we did it
for a year?
No, I did it for a year with you when I was like 13.
Carnivore?
Keto.
You said carnivore.
No, I said keto.
Our family's done keto on and off. So you did keto for a year.
So my body was used to it.
I don't remember anything. I don't even remember what happened this morning. So a couple of years ago, you did keto for a year.
Mm-hmm.
How did that work?
A year. It was good. I didn't really do it though because I didn't know that fatty meat was good for you. I just ate we got these beef sticks from Costco and that's like all I ate on keto.
How come you never appear on camera?
I don't like what I look like on camera.
Why?
Because
should we show them some pictures from yesterday?
No.
Yesterday was an interesting day for Alyssa, Jen, the girls, and myself. We closed down the world famous Montello Theater last night, which we never do. Even when we went on vacation, we didn't close down. But my cousin, is it second cousin?
Yeah.
My second cousin got married, and he's an awesome kid. and we didn't want to miss it, so we closed down the movie theater last night. Plus, we've been playing this movie Twisters forever.
Like 3 weeks.
For a long time. So we're like, we can miss one day. It's not that we're missing it. I feel bad. People coming in, expectations that the movie theater is always open, but that's what we did. So Alyssa, Katie, Emma, Jen, Lily didn't get to go because she had to work, but yeah, we all went to a wedding. It was pretty fun. Did you enjoy the wedding?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
How was it eating at the wedding?
It was not that good. There was no options. It was just cupcakes and cookies.
Yeah, they had a spread. Were you tempted?
No.
Why not?
Because I'd eat it and I'd feel like crap. I'd be bloated and my face would get all puffy and I'd get acne.
All right, so if you guys have any questions for Alyssa, we're going to keep talking. Post a QQQ in the sidebar and let us know what your questions are. I have a question for you. Ready? Took notes. Let me find a good question here. Oh, here's a good one. Why did you decide to become a triplet?
I mean, I knew I couldn't do life without my sisters, so they just appeared with me.
So you just one day decided this is going to be how it is?
Mm-hmm.
What is it like being a triplet?
I mean, it's the birthdays that suck because everyone's like, I can't give them $100 each because that would be $300, and it's like, oh.
So you don't get your own dedicated birthday.
But being a triplet is actually amazing because you have 2 built-in best friends.
But are they really best friends? You guys seem to fight a lot.
We barely fight. It's Lily that fights with us. Yeah.
What is it like with Emma being carnivore for 1 year?
Oh.
Has that influenced you at all? She's surpassed it. Emma surpassed a year on carnivore now. Did she try to get you on carnivore when you were doing keto before?
No. Yeah. She was like, "Why are you doing keto? Just do carnivore. It's so much easier." I was like, "Okay."
Well, it didn't work for a long time because she's been going for like a year, but recently
she's doing really good. Now she's doing really, really good.
So,
she looks good too.
What is your reason for doing carnivore?
My reason doing for carnivore is I look at my dad every day and I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow, he changed a lot. He looks a lot better. We always look at his old pictures and his face is just like huge. His stomach is like wide out. His hands were like, they were just so big, and it's like, wow, like he doesn't look like that at all. Completely changed him.
So you didn't like it when I was fat?
Yeah, it disgusted me.
Wow, we got a lot of comments. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the comments here. We got Dr. Nelson in the comments. Hello, everyone. Hello, Carrie and daughters. HomesteadHow. Dr. Nelson, how's it going?
Hi.
Jeremy Franklin is asking, what kind of grinder do you use for your dogs? You know, I have my phone set on private, and the only messages that can come through are family important messages. And of course, the second we start this, Emma's sending 4,000 texts, but what kind of grinder do we use for the dogs?
I feel like we get that question a lot, but we never know the answer.
I know the answer. It's a Lem Big Bite number 22. It's a very big one. It's probably overkill, but it works wonderful. How do you like feeding our dogs carnivore?
I'm glad because they get to live a lot longer.
Do you feel like there's any difference in them now that we're feeding them
carnivore?
Yeah.
They look huge. They look jacked. They look really good. And they don't work out, so it's just like, wow.
They don't work out? How would the dog work out?
Just food works for them. That means it could work for anybody.
So, yeah, we use the Lem Big Bite 22. Like once a month or every 3 weeks or so, we go nuts and we stock up. We used to be more dumb. We would do like for a week. Now we do like a ton of it so we can last almost 3 weeks to a month, and then we don't have to do it again. We got a big chest freezer in the garage and we fill that up with dog food. All right, let's see. What other questions do I have? What is it like being a triplet? Like, can you read your sister's minds?
Yeah, we read each other's minds. No, actually, we don't read each other's minds, obviously, but sometimes we just know what each other is saying without actually saying it. It's like, I don't know. I love being a triplet.
Do you feel like you're more of a triplet with Emma or Katie, or both equally?
Equally. Like me and Emma probably hang out more than me and Katie, but also it goes around the other same way. Like
you
Emma
get
and
sick
Katie,
of each other and then you switch?
Yeah, we get sick of each other. Someone said fat shaming Dad. My bad. I was, but look at him now.
They fat shame me all the time.
We fat shamed him.
Tell them what you used to call me.
Fatty McButterpants.
Fatty McButterpants. That's why I'm a carnivore today, is because of all of the shame that they gave me. Do you remember when I was super fat? But it wasn't because I was fat. I could still walk, but my foot hurt so bad. And when we would go to Walmart or IKEA or wherever, I'd have to use a mobility scooter.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. You were like 80.
Was that fun though?
No, because it was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
You were in a scooter at 30 something years old.
Was it even more embarrassing because I was honking the horn and crashing into things?
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of people on here. There's 273 people that want to hear your story, Alyssa.
Hi guys.
What advice do you have, Alyssa, for other people that have teenagers? They probably don't have triplets. A lot of people don't have triplets, but they have teenagers, and they see their teenagers going to Starbucks. You remember you used to do this, and you get one of those drinks, and if you analyze that drink, probably that much of it was pure sugar.
Probably a lot more, yeah.
It's death. It's so bad for you. And kids nowadays, your peers, are eating more and more sugar. Like you called me Fatty McButterpants. I didn't eat that much sugar. I had a bad diet that got me to Fatty McButterpants, but your generation is way worse. I ate processed foods. Your generation's eating ultra processed foods. What do you have to say for your generation? Are you worried about them?
Very. Not everybody knows anything about carnivore, so they're like, I'm gonna do OMAD or I'm gonna count my calories, but that's like not really doing any difference because just because you're losing weight doesn't mean you're healthy.
So are you doing carnivore just to lose weight or to also be healthy?
Both. I did it first to lose weight, and now that I started losing weight, well, I lost almost 20 pounds, but I want to keep losing more. So now that I am losing weight, it's like I want to be healthy, and that's why I started carnivore, to be healthy.
Is it easier to be carnivore because I'm doing it and Emma's doing it and we cook food? But
no, Emma doesn't cook food.
Yeah, Emma doesn't cook food.
But yeah.
I cook food.
Just kidding. He cooks me food and I eat it all the time.
Yeah, but you eat some stuff that I wouldn't eat, but whatever works for you, I don't care.
He doesn't eat cheese and I eat cheese, but my body handles it really good.
But how do you know? What if you quit for a week? What if it was like
Maybe,
so much better?
Well, sometimes I eat it. Sometimes I don't eat cheese every day. I eat it like maybe twice a week.
All right, let's see. What has it been like being carnivore? Because you're weird. That's weird. Being carnivore is weird. Oh. Has anyone said anything to you or made you uncomfortable, like at family reunions or parties, or like, well, why don't you just eat this?
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna name names, but they're always like,
oh, name names.
Just eat this. Just eat this cupcake. It's just one cupcake. It's not gonna ruin your diet. Or you're crazy for eating just meat. You're probably gonna get cholesterol or something. And it's like, okay, who's the one with the diabetes patch on? Not me.
Ooh, I think I know what you're talking about. Wow. Why do you think people say that to you?
Because they think that I'm unhealthy. I mean, I was, but now I'm not anymore. And it's just like, you don't know. Like, you don't know how it feels because you're not doing carnivore. They're
probably like, feel bad about what they're doing if they have a diabetes patch on.
But then they think that we're the bad ones because we're the ones losing weight and looking good and feeling fantastic.
All right, let's see some of these comments.
Yeah, you should read some.
I'm going to fall behind. Question, Alyssa, what did you do during the listeria outbreak with lunch meat? You probably don't even know that's going on. It's in the news. I think it was boar's head lunch meat. We don't get that lunch meat. I don't do much lunch meat at all. You do salami sometimes.
I do some salami.
Don't do any boar head salami. There's a big outbreak of this stuff that's kind of dangerous, so you got to be careful. What kind of meat grinder? We answered that one. Here's a question. What health changes have you noticed since starting carnivore? What non-scale victories, not just the weight loss, what other things have you noticed on carnivore? So before Alyssa thinks of her answer for that, your sister Emma, her big thing was getting rid of acne and her sleep getting better and having more energy. Mm-hmm. What have you?
Okay.
Anything?
Yeah, I guess my sleep has gotten better, but I've never really been able to sleep good, I guess. But ever since it started carnivore, it's gotten a lot better. And I guess my skin has got clearer. I've been lucky. I've never really had acne, but I've had like little bumps on my face. That kind of went away. And then like my double chin, I know I still have it, but it's going away and my face is just getting smaller. I know that's not like that's a scale thing, but at the same time it's bloated and it's also, what's that word for it?
I don't know. I just was thinking.
But I don't know. Yeah, acne. My face just feels better too. I never really had acne, but it just feels.
Is your mood any different?
Not really, but.
Be honest, not really.
No, my mood not really different, but I think it's because I'm usually just hungry a lot.
Well, do you think it also might be because it's summertime, and you're literally like up until 2 o'clock in the morning because you're like, it's summer?
No, I usually wake up at 9 and go outside and do the dog kennel, and then I stay up.
Did you stay up late?
I go to sleep at 12.
That's late.
That's 12.
That's midnight.
So
Most people don't go to bed at midnight. It's like a summer thing.
I just do.
It'd be interesting to see how you feel when you get back into a regular schedule after summer's over.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, this sounds good. Raquel said, after church today, we had meatloaf with bacon on it and some pork chops. Normally we don't have pork, but today we did. I agree, Alyssa. We were keto first.
Yeah, keto first and then carnivore. For me, it was a lot easier than just going straight from a bad diet to carnivore.
Carnivore boss. Oh, this is a great question. Alyssa, do you supplement with electrolytes?
Does that mean do I use electrolytes?
Yes.
No, I don't. I really
None?
should though. No. But I don't take like medicine or anything. I don't really take anything.
Emma does electrolytes. Why don't you do electrolytes? Maybe try it once.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Maybe you feel fine.
Definitely got to try it.
Maybe your sleep will get better. We have keto chow drops and we have Element at home, and Emma takes electrolytes every day. I don't. I used to when I first started. Every now and then, if I'm going to do like a bunch of sweaty work outside or something, I will take some electrolytes, or if I'm ever feeling like going to get a muscle cramp or something like that. But who's your carnivore, Brett? How's it going, buddy? 5 HomesteadHow memberships gifted. Thank you so much for that. You are too generous. I really appreciate it. I think Who's Your Carnivore's got a big meetup going on right now. I wish I could have made it. We had the wedding last night way up north. We just got back today, and now we got the movie theater again. So Paulette is asking, Alyssa, do you have a preference on skincare and hair care products? That's a good question because your sister Emma is insane.
I got it.
I'm not going to say insane.
So, my sister Emma and Katie, they're starting their own like product. They're doing beef tallow products, all natural, makes you feel really good. I use it all the time. So that's usually what I use. I use it on my eyelashes, make them a lot longer. Sometimes on my hair, but not really. I don't put anything on my face. Never really did. But yeah.
So you've been using Emma stuff?
Yeah, you should check out their website too.
Well, I don't think they're up and running yet, are they?
No, they have a website. I just don't know what it's called.
They've been working hard. They've been working hard on that project, so
it works really good too.
Why is Emma so passionate about skincare and using beef tallow?
Because people use like normal deodorant and that causes a lot of breast cancer, and just anything you put on your body, half of it goes like inside of you, like you consume it, and it's just like so terrible for you, and nobody knows this. Yeah,
I think Emma said something like 70% of if you put perfume on or makeup on or deodorant, if you put something on your skin, 70% of it absorbs into your blood. I think she put that on her website. So Emma is very passionate about products. She used to not be, right?
She didn't really care. I mean,
she used to wear makeup and everything before this.
No, she didn't really use makeup. She kind of just used like vegan stuff, which actually is probably worse than just normal stuff.
So now she just does beef tallow, basically. Mm-hmm. Only, right? There's nothing.
I think they just put like scent in it, so it smells not bad.
It's natural.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa, do you have your own YouTube channel, or do you plan to?
I don't have my own YouTube channel, but I really want to start one.
What would it be about?
Eating. I would do a mukbang of eating McDonald's literally every day. I would do the chicken nuggets. I would do the Diet Coke. Funny. Well, what do you think it would be about? It would be carnivore.
Well, it doesn't have to be. Katie's carnivore, and she's got.
No, I would do carnivore. It would be my journey about carnivore and what my thoughts are about carnivore. So
when's it happening?
Stay updated because it's gonna happen soon. I promise.
Are you really gonna think about doing it or no?
Yeah, I really want to do it.
Do you know how much work it is?
Wait, who said that? I want them to be
Heidi.
First. Please be my first subscriber.
What would you call the channel?
I'm not sure yet. I would have to think about names. Probably Alyssa the Carnivore, kind of like Emma's.
Alyssa the Carnivore. Bob Heater gifted 5 HomesteadHow memberships. Bob, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You and Brett are too generous. So some of you all, there's 10 HomesteadHow memberships up for grabs right now. I think they send you an email randomly if someone gets those that is not currently a member. Thank you so much. We do a members only live stream every single week, Thursday at 3 p.m. Central. And every single penny from those memberships goes 100% towards our documentary, Healing Humanity, which brings me to my next question. Does humanity need healing?
Yeah.
You got to give me more than
you see.
Wait, and you got to repeat it. This is how we do it in the documentary. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is purple.
There you go. You said my favorite.
Okay.
Does humanity need healing?
Humanity does need healing. You walk around in Walmart and you see, I don't mean to be rude, but you see these obese, overweight people that and you see their carts and it's like cereal it's like the worst food you could ever get. And then they wonder why they're like overweight because they're doing a calorie counting, but they don't actually do it. And it's like that doesn't really do a difference. And it's just crazy to me how people just don't care.
Why does calorie counting not work?
Because you're gonna lose the weight, but like I don't know how to explain it. You're gonna lose the weight, but it's eventually gonna come back on. It's not sustainable.
That is correct. Do you know why it's not sustainable?
I don't.
This is a good learning experience. This is why I get scared, because you're doing great on carnivore, but you're going to lose weight, and then you're going to be like, now I can go back to moderation. The reason it's not sustainable is because we and those people in the grocery store with the carts full of stuff, and my former self, and you are addicted to sugar. And we're addicted to the standard American diet, and we're addicted to all that junk that we put in our carts because it's made to be highly addictive. And you had the right answer. You can't moderate an addiction. It's just like someone that's addicted to alcohol. Like, oh, I'm just fine. I could quit drinking whenever I want, but I'm never going to. And every single day they're getting drunk.
Oh, you talk loud.
You can't moderate. You can't moderate an addiction. That's why people yo-yo. I say that people get mad at me, but I don't care. The reason I'm passionate and speak about that is because remember when I was fatty McButterpants?
Mm-hmm.
And then do you remember when I wasn't for a little bit less fatty McButterpants? And then I gained it back and forth, up and down, yo-yo dieting, OMAD P90X.
Yeah,
remember I did P90X back in the day?
Oh, the fridge is open.
You remember when I did 1 meal a day?
Yeah.
You remember for 1 year, I did keto 1 meal a day.
Oh, yeah.
And I would lose the weight, and then I would say, now I can go back to, I'll just do a ketogenic diet in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have a little bit
It's
of
always
carbs.
moderation. Like, that just does not work out.
Yeah. Because if you get a little bit of carbs convert in your body to glucose.
You're going to get addicted to it.
Even if you eat an apple, that converts in your body to glucose, just like sugar. And then my brain is like more and more and more. So it's almost like I quit drinking alcohol. You quit drinking alcohol.
But then you drink it again.
And then you're like,
just want a little bit.
Just a little alcohol. I'll just have this much alcohol, just a little bit, and I'll moderate it. Never works. Never, ever works. And that is the reason why so many people yo-yo diet. And the reason I always talk about that, you want me to shut up about it now?
Yeah, I've heard this so many times.
The reason I always talk about it, though, is because it's so discouraging. Imagine that you were as fat as I was.
How much were you?
262 at my heaviest. I'm 162 now. I'm down 100 pounds since my heaviest. I was down to 157 when I fasted with Jeff. So I was down 105 pounds, heaviest to lightest. But right now I'm around 100 pounds lighter than my heaviest. My point is, how hard is it to lose 100 pounds or even 60 pounds or 50 pounds? It's like one of the hardest things in the world, especially if those other people that don't know about carnivore are doing it by restricting calories or starving themselves. So how discouraging is it to lose all that weight, be so excited, so happy, and then foolishly be misled to think that you could moderate, and then you gain all that back, and you gain back way, way more. That's what always happens. Anytime I lost some weight, I gain it back and gain more. Not anymore now. Do you know how many days I've been on carnivore?
Something like a year. Wait, I want to read that one. That one's funny. Somebody said, cook for your dad and mom sometimes so that you'll help them out and give them time to take interviews or work.
Thank you, Susan. That is wonderful.
You don't want me to cook.
Wonderful.
You don't want me to cook.
Yes.
Trust.
It'll
be burnt. It'll be burnt. The only thing that I can make is chicken wings, and it's because I put them in the air fryer, and then boom.
You know how many things you can make? You can make bacon in the air fryer. It's the same thing.
No.
It's simple.
He doesn't eat bacon though. Lion diet. How long? 4 days? 5 days?
Yeah, I've switched back onto Lion diet. Let me check my little calendar here. I think it's just like 4 days. I have been doing Lion diet now for 6 days. Wow. And I almost ruined it yesterday because we were at this wedding, beautiful wedding, but the food they brought out was chicken. And I'm like, I hope it's not breaded. I was so hungry. I was going to eat it. It wasn't breaded.
But it had gravy all over it.
It had some gravy on it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to waste it. I could wipe it off. Well, it didn't go to waste because the other girls ate it. But I'm like, I feel bad when I eat chicken. I get inflamed when I eat chicken. And I've been feeling so good on Lion Diet. I highly recommend it for any carnivore out there. Just try for 3 days. I feel so good doing Lion Diet. And I've done it in the past. And then I'll do it for a while, and then I'll get tempted by some bacon or something like that, and then I'll go back down the rabbit hole. But Lion Diet rocks. All right.
We had a couple questions I started. Somebody asked how the big guy is
you
doing.
don't do this.
I'm helping you out.
I do this.
Wait, read that one. That was good. They're
All right,
asking. I think they're just asking how Bill was doing in Alaska.
All right, let's see. We'll go back to this section here. This is my friend. Well, hold on. Here we go. Rachel Guard today is 367
Wow.
days of consistent carnivore. Congratulations, Rachel. That is awesome. This is my buddy Chris Stearns. We do karate in the garage together. Hi, Alyssa. Nice to see another man joining the fray. Here's to the whole family doing some carnivore karate in the garage. Do you know what that's from?
No.
Think. The movie Step Brothers.
Well, I can kind of tell from this.
The movie Step Brothers. One of the greatest movies ever. So funny. Thank you so much, Chris. Really appreciate your support. We got Sam from Orlando. Question. Do you like salmon, mahi-mahi, or any fish or seafood in general?
I don't like seafood, and I don't really like salmon either.
You can't say that.
No, I can't because I
Can't say it.
But salmon, I tried once. It tastes kind of like steak, but I think it was just like undercooked because it was kind of slimy.
How many times have you tried mahi-mahi?
Well, I don't know what that is, but I just know I don't like.
Have
I
you
just know
eaten
I
it?
don't like fish.
Have you ever eaten anything
No.
called mahi-mahi?
No, I don't even
So
know
then
what
how do you know you don't like it?
Because I don't like fish.
How do you know?
Because I know.
There's
I
a million
know.
types of fishes. There's so many species of fish out there.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
All right, we're going to go try some fish. Me personally, I like salmon, but again, I'm doing lion diet right now. When I was doing strict carnivore, I'd have salmon maybe once every 2 weeks or so because my daughter Lily likes to make it. I had lobster. That was a treat. I'd had shrimp when I first started, but haven't done much else fish-wise. Chris Hansen, how's the big guy doing that you flew out to see? Been a while since I watched the channel. The big guy, Bill Nott, is doing awesome, and he's not as big as when you watched him last time. He is losing weight. He's doing incredible. Go watch his channel. Everyone go watch Bill's channel. I always get questions.
Wow.
Bill Nott on YouTube. He made it outside. He's been exploring outside Alaska. He just did a video a while ago. He went to Costco. Go check out his channel. It is so good. My daughter Emma and I are flying there in 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks. I think it's just under 2 weeks. We're going to fly there and we're going to film him. We're going to go to one of the most beautiful places in the world. I'm so thankful, grateful, blessed to capture Bill's story for the documentary. It's going to be 1 year later. It's going to be incredible. You guys, you didn't see what I saw. You'll see it in the documentary, but you guys didn't see what Emma and I saw. And how far Bill has come is absolutely miraculous. It is amazing what that man has done. All credit to God, but all credit to Bill because he became the captain of his own ship and he did it. He's doing awesome. I can't wait to see him again. But we all know why we're really going there, to see the real star. You know who the real star is?
Alaska in general.
Not Alaska.
What?
Daisy.
Oh yeah, Daisy.
We're going to take Daisy home with us. I told Bill, sorry, Daisy's coming back with us. Bill's got to come here and watch the premiere of Healing Humanity at the world famous Montello Theater. That would be something. Who's your carnivore, Brett? Have you noticed any difference in your sleep?
I think I answered that.
She answered that one already. She said no.
Not really.
But I think, Brett, it's a great question. Most people improve their sleep. Emma did. I did. I think hers is messed up because it's summertime. That's throwing things off a little bit. You got to put that phone away. You know, looking at your phone before you go to bed, 3 hours before bed, completely screws up your sleep.
Who was watching Titanic last night?
I can't fall asleep unless I watch Titanic. It's a weird thing I have. You got to get those glasses I got.
I have glasses. I use them.
Susan Hampton said, I've come down with shingles for the third time in my life. I was 8'17" and now 63. Does anyone know if carnivore helps healing faster? I desire everyone's prayers, please. We will pray for you, Susan. I hope that you heal quickly. I have not heard about shingles in carnivore. I always hype up carnivores, so I don't know, but I feel like it would help. Just the fact that your body has so much less inflammation, and oftentimes our immune system's stronger when we're doing carnivore. So prayers to you. I hope you heal faster. And if anyone in the comments has an answer for Susan on the shingles, please let us know. Alyssa, will your sisters have chapstick?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're working on it. I think right now they're just working on rub for like sunscreen, lotion, stuff like that.
Can we tell them real quick before we go to the next question? What did we talk about today? Alyssa and I had a little father-daughter dinner together. We tried to eat as much as we can at home, but we were out at this wedding, and it was a couple hours away, and we were coming back, and Texas Roadhouse was open. And I advocate for getting grass-fed, grass-finished beef locally from your neighbor if you can. Cook at home is cheaper, but we got us some Texas Roadhouse. How was your meal?
Delicious.
What'd you get?
I just got a sirloin steak.
Sirloin steak.
It's so good.
I got a ribeye, and it was so good. Don't go to Texas Roadhouse a lot, but you know, it could be hit or miss, and it was incredible. What was our discussion we had there about my great idea?
That's your idea.
Tell them about my idea.
Your idea.
Tell them, I want you.
Show them the drink.
I am busy drinking my Topo Chico. I am busy filming a documentary. Okay. You need to take the reins.
Okay. We were sitting there enjoying our meal, obviously, and we saw.
And then he couldn't shut up about.
And then we saw a 13-year-old waiter walk by, and we were very confused because she looked really young. But then we thought, why don't we open our own little restaurant of just selling meat? But like, you don't get to. We make one specific batch of meat, and that's all there is, and we won't make any more. There'll be eggs, because we were sitting there. We're like, we don't want the salad, obviously, but we want the eggs on the salad. And I was like, can I just get like a little bowl of eggs? And then obviously we couldn't do that.
You probably could have. We didn't ask.
I was too scared, but we didn't ask, and I really wish I did because their eggs are really good. But then that made us think, like, why don't we open our own little restaurant thing? And you can sell bacon, you can sell steak, chicken, delicious eggs, anything, and the water because he's obsessed with it. And then he was thinking like he would have like a background of like a couple refrigerators, freezers with that water in it because he likes it, and Fiji water.
Just to be clear, this isn't going to happen. It's a dream.
It's a thought, yeah.
We are focused 100% on the documentary Healing Humanity. That's taking up all of the time. But we've chatted about this before. Having a restaurant called Carnivore.
Oh, I thought you were going to call it the name.
Carnivore or Carnivore Bills. That would be cool too.
Oh, yeah, for real, yeah.
But yeah, as Alyssa said, she described it pretty well. And it would be only carnivore meals, strict carnivore. And you could go in there and you could get cherry smoked ribeye. And what she was saying was like, I don't like having these weird constraints. There's a couple barbecue places that do this. So like, we smoke the meat, we feed you the meat, and then we close. I would want to do it like that. Smoke
one meal only, like obviously not one meal, but like just meat only, and that's all there is.
We run the smokers for a couple hours. We smoke up some. Well, brisket would have to go overnight, but my thing is that I love is thick ribeyes, smoked in cherry smoke, and then seared hot. Do those have a different cuts of meat? But like Alyssa said, you could get a bowl of hard-boiled eggs, and imagine the bowl. It'll be nice and cold. I don't know why.
Nice and cold. Yeah, because the ones at Texas Roadhouse, they're just freezing cold.
The salad bowls, they keep them in the freezer, refrigerator, whatever, so they're cold. Good. Cold bowl of hard-boiled eggs. You can get bacon for an appetizer. The whole bar, the bar would just be a water bar, and you'd have Topo Chico. You'd have different types of water. You'd have what's another one that I like?
Fiji
water. You'd have the nice fancy waters, spring water. I think it would be good.
It would be so cool. It
would have to be in a busy city.
When you're done with when you're like 70, we'll start it.
When I'm like 70,
you're done with the documentary.
And then we get Dr. Baker and Dr. Chafee and Dr. Barry and Dr. Kiltz, and we say, you guys want to be a part of this?
They would say, I feel like they would definitely say, yeah.
I think they'd want to.
I know Dr. Kiltz.
And then they could all promote it, and we just go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be cool. Bacon. Oh, and then the burgers. We were talking. Yeah, you could have a burger.
Oh yeah, because Emma likes the triple. Emma likes triple burgers. She has a burger. She does bacon, burger, bacon, burger, bacon, and then she just eats.
You missed an ingredient. Her favorite thing is burger, bacon, fried egg.
Yeah, she loves eggs.
And she does it 3 for such a little person.
She eats so much.
She puts it down like she's like a hyper carnivore. But that would be the Emma burger. You could get the Emma burger, which would be ground beef, bacon, eggs. But then you could have other types of burgers. That would be cool, like a bison burger or some other kind of meat.
Or just like you should just sell like fat too. Just
cut up get a little bowl of fat, a little ribeye fat on the side
with butter. Just dip the fat in the butter.
That's the best idea right there. We could call it Maggie's fat. When we filmed Maggie, that's what she did. If you have fat and you crisp it up in a cast iron skillet or air fryer and you get the texture right, it is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Just melts in your
mouth.
Just a little,
what would you call it? An accoutrement, a little side. You have a little bit of
appetizer.
A little appetizer. You have a little bite of steak, a little accoutrement, a little fatty piece of meat,
a little cup of butter that you can just sip on.
Yeah, you could have different types of butter. You could have the grass-fed butter. You could have bone marrow butter, grass-fed butter. Oh my goodness, we got to do this. We live in Montello. There's 1,400 people here, so I don't think it wouldn't be sustainable. It would have to be in a big city somewhere. We'll have to sell the goats and move. That's the only reason we can't move is because of these goats.
Because the goats, yeah, it's our.
And we love Montello, and we have the movie theater. Jeremy Frank. So what do you guys think about a carnivore restaurant? Would you go there? I know it's so much better to cook at home.
But just think about that.
Part of the reason, like if you guys hear me talking about going out to eat, traveling everywhere. So sometimes there isn't a choice. Like, and I'll pack stuff. When we filmed Dr. Barry, Jen made me a big Power Bowl, but I'm like every month going forward, we're filming for the documentary. This month is Bill in Alaska. I'm going to be going to Australia. I'm going to be going to Florida. I'm going to be going to Montana, Arizona, and I missed like 5 other ones. So it would be fun to go out to eat. I think a lot of carnivores are like, no, I'll never go out to eat because they know it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
It's expensive. And it's tricky and dangerous because you might be like, no seed oils, and they're like, oh sure, we won't put any seed oils on there. And then you wake up the next morning and your back is hurting again and you're mildly depressed. Question: I take electrolytes and 1 teaspoon of salt a day. I have heart palpitations and was wondering, should I increase my salt? What do you suggest? That would be a good question for one of the good doctors. I am an individual, not a doctor. I would post it on Dr. Barry's live stream. He does one every Monday. If it were me personally, I would suggest doing that, and then I probably wouldn't follow through with it. I would just get my blood work done and see, how am I on sodium? Do I have any deficiencies? What's going on there, sort of thing. Heart issues can be electrolyte related at times. So, but I would ask one of the good doctors that one. Let's see what other questions we got. We got Luana from New Zealand. Nathan from Australia. Yeah, I'm going to be in. Where am I going in Australia? The carnivore.
Kangaroo?
Can you eat kangaroo in Australia? Is it got a ruminant? Is it got multiple stomachs? Is a kangaroo on the lion diet? I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Really? I don't understand.
Lion diet is ruminant animals, multi-chambered stomach animals. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about Euro
beef,
too, but that's so
lamb,
processed.
deer. Deer have multiple chambered stomachs. Adelaide. I'll be in Adelaide, Australia in November. It's like around the 23rd, I believe. The Carnivore Collective Live. Go check it out. I think there's a couple tickets left. Bella's going to be there. Dr. Chafee's going to be there. They're having me speak. What is it like, Alyssa, to have such a famous father?
You get stopped everywhere. He gets stopped upstairs, outside.
Oh, ridiculous.
We're at our house. There's like 400 people walking around with cameras.
I can't go out. I can't step outside anymore. I'm joking. I'm totally joking, but I do that a lot. Isn't it funny when I do that?
Yeah. He's like, I'm so famous. He's like
when we go to
jokes though, it's a joke.
When we go to it's a joke. When I go to Texas Roadhouse, I'll say like, oh, I need like a disguise or something. I can't go in
they're
here.
looking at me weirdly because I only got steak. They definitely know me from Carnivore.
Yeah, I just want to eat a meal without getting interrupted for people taking my autographs.
We said when we went to Texas Roadhouse, we said no sides, and he was like, no sides.
No sides.
No,
What?
What kind of weirdos?
I'm still gonna charge you.
Yeah, charged all the way.
We're joking. I'm joking. It was very weird. You didn't go with. You had dogs to do.
I always have dogs to do.
We'll talk about that in a second. When we went to Austin, it was so weird. Emma and Katie came with. When we went to the conference, people coming up, and that was legitimately happening. People coming up and talking, saying, I know you. Yeah, it's really weird when someone knows me and I don't know them.
Yeah.
The guy came in the other day to the movie theater, like 2 days ago. Knocked on the window. I opened it up, and he was like, Carrie? I'm like, oh, I feel horrible because I don't know who this is. And it looked a little familiar. Like, I don't know. I'm like, and he was like, I know you, but you don't know me. I'm like, okay, good. And he watched the YouTube channel, and he was a carnivore.
It's so awkward too, because you're like, Carrie, and you're like, do I know you? Like, if somebody goes up to him, they should just be like, hey, Carrie, I know you from HomesteadHow.
It happened once at Texas Roadhouse. Speaking of Texas Roadhouse, now I feel like I go to Texas Roadhouse all the time. I don't.
No, he never really goes out.
I was there like, this was probably a year ago. Mom and I were there, and in the parking lot, a guy stopped me, and he's like, Carrie? I was like, what? And he was like, I watch your YouTube channel. You're carnivore, right? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go in here and get a carnivore meal at Texas Roadhouse. And then Mom went in the car, and then I talked to the guy for like 15 minutes.
Oh, Mom's like, what the heck?
And then I went in the car, and I'm like, oh, this guy wanted an autograph. Like, oh, I can't go out in public anymore.
You want a picture? You want a video?
That was where it all started. Now I continually do that. You didn't go to Austin, well, because you have a job.
I have 3 jobs.
Tell us about your 3 jobs as a triplet carnivore.
So three jobs for 3 sisters. But first of all, I do the dog kennel. I get really good.
What does that mean? Tell them about the dog kennel. There's 430 people here that don't know what you're talking about.
So we have a dog kennel at our house, and I love doing it. I like dogs, but I like cats more, but I like dogs. And I love taking care of the dogs. I take them out every day. I take them out for hours. I love playing with them. And then I have another job, me and Emma do, but we're kind of not really doing it anymore because it's kind of hard to do when you live in a small town. But we do a cleaning business, and we've just been doing the senior house for a while because they really need it. But like we're kind of stopping because they said they found somebody else because we told them that we're obviously kind of stopping. And then my other job is the movie theater, obviously.
What's your favorite job?
The dog
And
kennel.
why is it the movie theater?
It's the dog kennel.
Why?
The dog kennel because I'm not trying to be greedy, but like I make more money doing that, and I don't know. I'm trying to save up, obviously, because I'm going to move out eventually.
Where are you going to move to?
Colorado with Emma and Katie.
So you're just going to leave me and your mother here alone with a bunch of goats?
Mm. Oh, and we're taking Sweepy with us, too. Sweepy is me and Emma's little baby.
Why do you feel like you want to move to Colorado?
I don't know. I'm just going along with whatever Emma says.
That's never a good idea.
Has
that ever worked out for you in the
Emma's
past?
my little boss.
Emma's everyone's little boss.
Yeah, she's like, go do this. It's like, yes, Miss Emma.
Can we talk some gossip about Emma now? Because she's not on here
No,
right now. She's probably
she's
watching.
probably on here.
Emma, you in the chat? What can we talk about?
Hi, Emma. Or if she's here.
Emma is a little bossy. Can we say that?
Emma's very bossy.
We're just being honest. You and Emma had to share a bed last night at the hotel when we went to a wedding.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me tell you about this. So Emma doesn't snore, obviously, because she's carnivore. But okay, we were sharing, what is it called? Not the twin bed. No, it was a twin bed. No, it was a queen. Okay, whatever. It was a kind of big bed for two people. And I'm literally hanging off the bed because she likes to push me, and she's elbowing me in the face and taking the whole blanket. It's just like sucks. It's like, I don't know. She's just so bossy. She's like, go do this. And it's like, okay, I'll go do it for you, Emma.
It is kind of nice though, because she gets stuff done.
Yeah, but not in a good way. Oh no, there's Mom.
Mom's. Oh, we could talk about Mom too.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, let's see. We got a couple other comments here. Oh, I'm not good at this, am I? Sam said, "What is your favorite cut of beef? Ribeye, strip, loin, sirloin, filet mignon, or other?"
Sirloin. Sorry.
Oh, you didn't. Sirloin wasn't even on there.
Yeah,
Strip
that's why I
loin.
said other.
Strip loin.
That's why I said other.
Other. She likes sirloin. I keep telling her, you got it. That's great.
I
Whatever
need more
works for you.
fat on it though, but it's really good.
Today she had sirloin and I had a ribeye, and it had the perfect fat on it. Did I gross you out?
No, it was so funny because he showed me like a huge piece of fat and he ate it, and then the waiter came over and he was like chewing it, and the waiter was like, "So, how was your food?" And we just sat there for a second.
It was like the size of a golf ball, and I was being obnoxious. I was trying to gross her out a little bit, but I was gonna eat it anyway. But I'm like, I'm just gonna take it. I'm like, what do you think of this? And I took a big bite, and like, the guy just appeared like he was a magician. It was like poof, and all of a sudden he was standing right next to me. He was like, "Oh, how is everything? How is your food?" I'm like,
too, so I didn't have a choice.
I was like, and then he kept talking to me.
He's like, "Can I get you guys anything else?" And he just stood there for like a minute.
My favorite cut of meat though is the ribeye for sure. I love the fat content, perfect ratio, proportion, but I switch it up every now and then. It's filet mignon would probably be my second, which there's like no fat on that at all. But this Kitty Hope says we need a carnivore restaurant, ordered butter and steak at mine, and I said no veggies, please, and still got them.
Oh wow, yeah, it's so annoying when they do that.
Hey, we got Bill Nott in the building. Bill, how's it going?
Oh, hi Bill. Hi Daisy. How are you guys?
Bill, what do you think? I don't know if you were on here earlier, but when Emma and I come, we're gonna take Daisy just for a couple months. Just for a couple months.
We're not giving her back.
We're not giving her back.
We won't give her back. Him back.
You don't mess with Bill's Daisy. We don't mess with Bill's Daisy. Daisy's awesome. That is we love Bill's videos. If you guys aren't watching Bill's channel, you're missing out. The favorite part, the brilliant part too, by the way, is the end of the videos. It's always like Daisy footage.
My favorite part.
The question is, when is Daisy going to get his own channel?
You just need to do shorts for just him.
Or just an Instagram account for Daisy.
Yeah,
Daisy's
just
Instagram would
for him.
blow up. It would go nuts.
He's beautiful.
Daisy is like the coolest cat too.
Those ones we did.
Miriam Maris, can you try to serve only carnivore type of food and drink in your theater?
We could. Do you want me to answer?
Go for it, because
Okay,
I always get yelled at for this one.
So we've been trying to do that. We have beef sticks. We have the bag chips.
Jerky, a whole bunch of it now.
No, the other one.
Pork rinds.
Yeah, pork rinds. We have that. We have We have water, obviously. That's the only thing we're trying to do. But we have to sell candy. We have to sell soda, or else we wouldn't make any profit, and the theater would probably be shut down. Because it's really hard to do just carnivore things if nobody wants to do carnivore.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing that I wrestle with, and I get this comment every single day, and people say I'm a hypocrite, and there's truth to it. It bothers me, like when I'm pouring a soda and it's a little kid, it really bothers me. But we sell all of the alternatives. Like she said, we've got tons of beef sticks. We just added a whole bunch of beef jerky, all different types of beef jerky. And we've had hard-boiled eggs in here before. We've had cheese, and then we have different types of water. Well, like Alyssa said, if we just said right now, no more concessions, you're only going to get carnivore if you come here, within 2 weeks, we will be bankrupt. We don't make any money. It's not a greed thing either. We're not raking in the profits here. Are we raking in the profits here?
No, he's so rich from it, guys.
Yeah, look at me.
I'm kidding. No,
we are literally not even breaking even on the
nothing. Yeah.
That's not an excuse. But here's where I'll end this quick because I've talked about this before. We give people the alternatives, and I give them my example. I'm doing this video right now to give people my example. I'm doing the documentary to give people my example. I personally don't blame the movie theaters. I don't blame the grocery stores, and I don't blame the cereal manufacturers. I could blame the movie theaters until I'm blue in the face and 90 years old, and it will literally do nothing. It's a wasted time. It's a wasted effort. It is ultimately up to the individual to decide if they want to eat popcorn at a movie theater or beef sticks. I choose the beef sticks. That's their decision. I'm never going to change things. And if I were to right now, that's it. No more. I'm taking a stand. No more candy. No more soda. Not only will the movie theater go bankrupt, but if it didn't, the people would just go down the road and they would get their popcorn and their candy from somewhere else.
Yeah.
How would I change them from getting popcorn and candy from somewhere else? Putting my example out there into the world. And I don't know what else I can do to put my example. I'm doing YouTube videos, several a week, and I'm doing an entire documentary on the topic. Ultimately, it's up to the individual to decide if they want to eat a proper human diet or not. And I'm hopeful that in the future, everybody eats like I eat. And all the movie theaters. The other thing we're doing, last thing, and I'm going to shut up about this because I'll talk forever. I want to get bacon in the movie theater.
Oh, yeah. But then I feel like the smell would be crazy.
It would be crazy good. Who doesn't love the smell of bacon?
Yeah, but
it'd be weird bacon and popcorn smell.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'm going to do it. We're going to have a meetup, and I'm going to try to test it out there. The tricky part is
we're going to have like 10 air fryers.
10 air fryers just
like
going bacon.
Yeah.
That'll be the precursor to our carnivore restaurant. We'll start with the bacon.
Yeah.
Different types of bacon, thick
eggs.
cut, thin cut, hickory smoked bacon. Kath Carr asks, anyone else less sick when you get sick? Normally I'm on antibiotics and steroids, but now not on carnivore.
I wasn't sick the other day, but we went on a boat and went boating and skiing, and I couldn't ski because I couldn't get up, but so much water went on my nose that I got really, really sick for some reason. I was like, I had a headache, but I feel like it would have been worse if I wasn't on carnivore, because usually when I get sick, I'm sick for like 3 or 4 days, but when I got sick the other day, I was only sick for 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm over 500 days on carnivore now. I don't think I've been sick one time, which is crazy. Before this, I was sick all the time. Running nose, stuffy nose, headaches, stomach issues. Haven't been sick at all. And I hear it over and over again from carnivores, and it makes sense. You're giving your body the proper fuel it needs, the proper energy to get that engine going, and your immune system becomes stronger. I also believe this to be 100% true. I'm not a doctor, but I believe I was deficient in cholesterol. And it's not just the fact that I got rid of sugar and processed junk that made me healthy. It is also the addition of fatty meat that helped drastically. I truly believe that. I believe the fatty meat raised my cholesterol, which was deficient before that. That, in turn, balanced my hormones, raised my testosterone, improved my sleep, the brain fog improved. I believe all of that is rooted in cholesterol, and I believe that most of humanity is deficient in cholesterol. Meat has been demonized for so long. We're so scared of it. But I believe when you get that back, it improves your sleep because your hormones are improved. And when your sleep is improved, your immune system becomes so much more stronger. What is your favorite type of fat? Beef tallow, bacon grease, butter, or other? For me, it's beef tallow for 100%. A lot of the steaks that I cook, like if I sear them in a cast iron skillet, I will sear them in beef tallow. You got any ideas? Butter's great too. I love butter.
Yeah, butter.
We eat butter all the time.
Yeah, butter.
Mostly we eat, me personally, I eat butter cold. When I first started carnivore, I would melt the butter and dip the steak in it. But my stomach doesn't do that well. I I end up in the bathroom more often if I'm having rendered melted butter versus cold butter. Bella Steak and Butter Gang did some really good videos on that. Sandy McAllister wore my Healing Humanity shirt proudly at the Keto Orlando Summit this past weekend and got to meet Dr. Hampton, who's even more amazing in person. And Dr. Kiltz is truly the most generous doctor ever, 100%. Those two guys, incredible, absolutely incredible. This isn't like flattery or just saying it for the sake of it. I said this before of Dr. Hampton. Every now and then, this is a lesson for you. I got to give you lessons because I'm your father. Are you ready for it?
Uh-huh.
Every now and then in life, you come across an amazing individual. That's an opportunity. That's very rare. And when that happens, you really need to pay attention. Why is this person amazing? What are they doing differently? In the case of Dr. Hampton and Dr. Kiltz, the world needs more doctors like these guys. Dr. Hampton is helping so many patients. Dr. Kiltz, that guy's energy is it's in the stratosphere. It's on another plane. He's like a different species of human. He's incredible. Alyssa, we could talk about Dr. Kiltz for another minute and Dr. Hampton. We are working on a 9-minute version called A Torch, which is like a prototype. It's not a trailer. It's a couple of scenes from the documentary we're working on. And one of those sets of scenes is Dr. Kiltz for about 3 minutes. Another set is Pastor Jimmy and Annette. And another set is kind of a compilation that includes Dr. Hampton. You recently got to preview it. You are brutally honest. What did you think?
It was so bad. I would never watch it again. It was just terrible.
Well, shut her down.
I'm kidding. It was actually really good. It was impressive, all the shots that he got. I would have never thought, I don't know. It was really crazy to watch. I'm glad I was one of the first that watched it.
Credit where credit is due. The shots that you're speaking of were taken by Adam and John.
Of course, Adam. Adam knows how to get the shots.
I was asking the questions. Adam is incredible at what he does, and so is John. Those guys are next level. John got some B-roll of Dr. Kiltz, and I am telling you, this is beyond some stuff I've seen like in the movies. There's this one shot of Dr. Kiltz outside by the grill.
And lifting the weight was just crazy.
There's a boat going by in slow motion in the background. It's one of the most beautifully composed shots. It's incredible. I can't wait to share, because here's my thing. You want me to rant about movies for a second?
No.
Do you like movies?
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Top Gun.
Agreed. She's correct. She got the answer correct. That was a great movie.
It was the best.
I've
watched it 7 times and I've watched it again. The shots are just crazy.
Okay.
You feel every emotion every time you watch it. It's just
Let's
wild.
break it down now.
Okay.
What's your second favorite movie?
Probably Deadpool.
Okay.
I haven't seen the new one though, sadly.
This is why I'm so excited about our documentary. Our documentary, you're going to make an emotional connection with the characters in the documentary. Bill Nott, Jeff DeProsperous, Mimi, Maggie, all these individuals, Rebecca. You're going to have an emotional connection. And that's my theory on why so many movies are bad lately. The best movies that people love, you have a deep connection. What did you just say about Top Gun?
You just you feel all the emotions.
You said the word emotion. I didn't tell you to say that.
I know.
You're like with them. You're like, oh my goodness, are they going to make it? You care about those characters, and those are fake characters and actors. Our documentary, I'm not patting ourselves on the back. It's these individual stories, but you're going to have a connection to Bill. You're going to have a connection to Jeff. You're going to have a connection to Maggie, and you're going to want to see it. The other thing that makes a good movie is good cinematography. And I'll shut up because I can talk about this forever, but there's a lot of movies that have come out lately where they have beautiful cinematography, but there's no emotional connection, and you don't care about the characters. So you're like, whatever, you're looking at your phone and you're bored and you don't care. You have to have both. And when you have both, like we do in our documentary, but it's also real. It's not a fake actor. It's not Tom Cruise faking it. These are real people with real stories. It's 100% real. We need more movies like that, is my point. And it's the reason I'm so excited for sharing our documentary, because I don't see anybody else doing stuff like this. Alyssa, question. Will you have a shampoo bar? She found one with tallow, coconut oil, olive oil, and it worked great. If you make one, I would love to buy it from you. Works great and no need for conditioner. Is Emma working on any bars?
So it's not me who's doing it. It's my sister's doing it.
Why aren't you doing it? You only have 3 jobs? Let's go.
I know. I'm so bad. I only have 3 jobs. But my sisters are doing it, and they're doing it very amazing. They're putting all hard work into it. They've been working hours on it. I'm just so proud of them. But I think they're going to have a shampoo bar. Emma has one right now that she's been using. I would give you the name of it, but I have no idea what it is. But it works really good on her. Her hair smells so good. It looks so healthy. It's growing a lot faster. But yeah, I think they would do one. I think they would, because they don't like chemicals. And Emma is so like, she's so good with her hair. So I would just think she would make a shampoo bar.
What are your carnivore plans for the future, Alyssa?
What does
Are
that
you
mean?
just doing this until you lose some weight and then you're good and you're going to go back to the standard American diet?
I don't think.
What are your long-term plans? Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
So I was thinking before how like I would go to McDonald's and I'd eat terrible, terrible chicken nuggets that were just so bad for you, and then the ranch that would just had so much seed oil and it was just actually disgusting. It's like, how did I even do that? My stomach was so upset after. I was so bloated. I just felt so gross, and I was like, what the heck? How did I do that? I don't understand. But I see myself in 5 years still doing the same thing, but probably better. I hope that I'm going to be eating a lot more fat I'm trying to get better at it now, but it's just like, I don't know. Yeah.
We got a question for Bill Nott. Have you always lived in Alaska, or did you move there at some point? I know the answer to this. Oh, here we go. Bill already answered.
He already answered.
I lived 7 years in Ohio from 14 to 21 and the rest of my life in Alaska. Bill, I don't ever ask you, where did you live in Ohio? Adam lives in Ohio.
Oh, just tell him everyone. Just tell him everyone.
Yeah, Adam's address is. Bill, what was your address?
That's Social Security is.
I just wondered. There's so many weird synchronicities with Bill. Maybe Bill grew up or from 14 to 21 or lived in the same city as Adam. Adam lives near. I'll talk to Bill about it. Bill, where did you like live? I think I know the answer to this.
Oh, that was really good.
Where do you like living better?
That one's really good.
Which one?
That one that's on. Yeah.
Get a huge Blackstone griddle and cook up all the bacon.
Gosh,
wow. That would be good. We don't have a spot for it. We have to do it.
Well, we could just do it down here.
Do it outside?
Oh, do it outside so the smell doesn't get in.
We have such limited space here in the movie theater to prepare bacon. There is room on the counter for a couple air fryers. Oh, that would smell so good too if you had a big flat top.
You'd smell the bacon outside and the popcorn on the inside.
Dr. Nelson's asking Sandy if she had fun this weekend at Keto Orlando Summit. Dr. Nelson, were you there also? I thought I saw some posts with a few friends that went there. I wish I could make it. Could have made it. Chandra said, haven't been sick since I started carnivore 4 months ago. Usually get all my grandson's colds. Well, speaking of being sick, I hope Bill Nott's feeling better. He's been feeling a little under the weather, but I think he's got a valid carnivore excuse considering he's been stuck in his house for almost 5 years now. He went to Costco and got something, which I think would be expected. Even though you're carnivore, if you were stuck in your house for that long, your immune system hasn't come in touch with much of anything for years and years. I want to know a question for Bill Nott. I can ask him on there. How is Daisy doing? Daisy's like she's brilliant.
All alone. He's all yeah, I keep saying she. I'm sorry.
Daisy's
he's all alone when he leaves.
Yeah, Daisy's a brilliant cat. Like some cats are kind of crazy smart. Daisy's a very smart cat. Does Daisy give you like a weird look now that you're leaving? Is Daisy getting used to it? Like you were going out to grab the mail the other day when I was talking to you. Is Daisy like, what's going on here? Or is Daisy cool? Like, all right, bro, we've been stuck together for 5 years now. We can have a little bit of a break, but don't go too far. I'm asking Bill if the cat talks to him and tells him these things.
Yeah, he talks to him.
Carnivore Lion Diet. How did you quit coffee? Please give some advice. I never drank coffee. I drank diet soda. You drink coffee?
I drink diet soda too.
You ever have coffee?
No, I don't like coffee.
Dr. Chafee's done some videos on quitting coffee. I would recommend checking out some of those. I would say just do it. You could do anything. You're a human. If you've gone carnivore, like what's one more thing? Just commit to it for a couple days. It's going to be hard for a couple days, then you'll get over it, and the cravings will go away forever. I was never addicted to coffee, but I was horribly addicted to diet soda.
Me and Katie were addicted to Diet Coke. We got it all the time. Now it's like, it's kind of gross if you think about it. What are you even drinking? Chemicals?
Bunch of chemicals you can't pronounce.
Mm-hmm.
I was so addicted to Diet Coke for so long.
Yeah.
It was hard getting over it. I had a headache. I felt kind of crappy, but then like 2 weeks out, you don't even remember anymore. The addiction goes away. You just got to get over it.
It's probably good to, if you like Diet Coke, you could think of like carbonated water because of the bubbles.
Yeah, it's kind of like this. Get a little bubble. It's almost like back in the day, but it's just pure water. Question, can home rendered tallow be used on hair or does it need to be refined in a special way? Emma, this is Emma's department.
Emma.
I think it can be. I know Emma adds a little bit to it, but I'm not sure. So hopefully Emma's in
I
the
think
chat
it
and
can
can
be,
answer
yeah.
that one. Yes, it would be crazy awesome if so many people started requesting carnivore snacks during the movies that your theater became the first carnivore theater in the USA, maybe even the world. Yeah, that would be awesome. If nothing else, I think would probably be the first to serve bacon as a baby step. Do you guys know any movie theater that serves bacon?
Maybe they do like fries with cheese and bacon on it. Because though I know the one in
just bacon.
I know the one in Wisconsin Dells does something like that.
Oh, we got a lot of chats here. D. Owen said, brilliant lesson, Carrie. We really need to pay attention when we meet an exceptional person. Yeah, there's so much we can learn. I've told you this before, too, to include the lesson, to continue the lesson. Your life is a result of the decisions you make, and you can make better decisions by becoming wiser. Do you know how to become wiser? If you could become just 1% wiser, that is worth more than $1 billion. I would rather be 1% wiser than $1 billion. And how do you become wiser? You learn from other people who have wisdom, like Dr. Kiltz and Dr. Hampton and some of these good doctors. It's so funny to me. You know, one of the big things that really convinced me to do carnivore, I've been getting some crazy comments lately. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it means I'm doing something right on my YouTube videos. One person said, don't listen to Dr. Ovadia because he's paid off to say that cholesterol isn't the root cause of heart disease.
Oh, but like not eating a banana or rice. Oh, didn't you say that Emma went to the doctor one time and the doctor said, oh, Emma, you gotta eat some more bananas. You gotta eat some more bread and rice. And I was like, what the heck? You don't think they're not getting paid off to say that, but they're getting paid off to tell you the right thing?
So this person told me Dr. Ovadia was getting paid off. And I'm like, paid off by who? Me? On my little YouTube channel, I'm paying, like, here's some money, Dr. Ovadia. Tell them that cholesterol isn't the root cause of heart disease. Dr. Ovadia has been saying this forever. It's in his book. He says the root cause of heart disease is insulin resistance and inflammation. And then I went on to ask him, well, how do we get this inflammation, Dr. Ovadia? Well, you can get it from smoking cigarettes. Thankfully, a lot of people aren't smoking cigarettes like they were in the past. But most people,
you know what it is now? It's vape. Yeah, so many people do it now, even teenagers. Even
anything that causes inflammation. Most of the people in the world right now have inflammation from eating highly inflammatory processed foods, sugars, and seed oils that we shouldn't be eating. That is the root cause of heart disease. The cholesterol goes there to repair, to heal the inflammation, and the cholesterol gets the blame. That's coming from a heart surgeon who's performed thousands of surgeries. Can I get to the point now?
Can you give me one of those waters?
Help yourself.
Thank you.
My point was, people saying these doctors are paid off. Question everything. Question their motivations. That's what convinced me to do carnivore. I watched 1 million Dr. Berry videos. I'm like, what's he selling? Like, where do I have to sign up to do his diet program? Where do I have to buy these supplements in order to do this carnivore thing? It was nothing. It's free information. Dr. Kilt, as an example, this guy has like 600 employees and multiple fertility clinics. He's highly successful. He's a pilot. He could be off on an island somewhere. He could retire. He could probably be doing anything that he wants to do. And he's choosing to go on little YouTube channels, my channel, and share free information about nutrition. Question those motivations. Why is he doing it? Because he's a good man and he became a doctor to heal people, and he believes that this is the best way to heal people. And there's no, unlike any other situation with any other doctor, there would be some upside for any other doctor. Like, take this medication. They're getting some sort of kickback. They're getting some sort of something from the company, or they're making money because you're going into more doctor visits. He gets nothing for telling us to just go eat a proper human diet. He literally gets nothing. I'm getting too fired up.
A meetup.
Say something funny, Alyssa.
Oh, that guy said something funny.
We're going to be doing a meetup. I haven't officially announced it yet. In October, here at the world famous Montello Theater, Alyssa's going to be here, and she's going to get up in front of the whole audience, and she's going to tell them her carnivore story. Right, Alyssa?
Yeah.
Actually, she's not, but you're welcome to. Would you go up in front of the whole audience, 150 people?
He got better at talking in front of people, but I'm way too scared to do that.
Carnivores don't get scared.
Probably because I'm a teenager.
Do you realize you're talking to 455 people at this very moment?
Yeah, but I can't see them.
They're all looking at you right now.
Hi, guys.
Now you could just do 150 at Montello Theater and tell them your story. We're doing a meetup. We're going to announce it soon. Jen's still working out the final details. Nia from Carnivore Way is going to be here. Nia from Nia's Way is going to be here. doing the carnivore way. JT from Poco Moonshine family is going to be here, and there's going to be a couple other special guests to be announced. It's going to be exciting. Carnivore Leo Rhonda just purchased Positive Deviant and Healing Humanity t-shirt for my birthday. Thank you so much and happy birthday. Really appreciate your support. Carnivore Leo Rhonda is awesome. Always leaving great comments. Every penny from those shirts goes 100% towards.
Oh, he just put his address on
100% towards the documentary.
No.
Bill just put the full-on address. All right, I'm gonna put Adam's home address on here right now. I guess. What do you got to lose, Bill? Right, you're not there anymore. Norton, Ohio. Bill, Adam isn't from Norton, Ohio, but now I gotta look. There's gonna be some weird synchronicity with Norton, Ohio. I guarantee it. Like I'm gonna talk to Adam, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, my cat's name is Norton," or it's gonna be something like that. Oh, that's not too far, Bill. That's not too far. Let me see. I got to look this up now. I just got to see because it's going to drive me nuts. How does this work, Alyssa?
I don't know what you're doing.
Directions. Here we go.
Oh.
I'm going to see how far Bill lived from Adam's house. And then I'm going to post Adam's address, home address on here. I'm joking. Bill Nott, you live 2 hours from where Adam currently resides. So that's kind of funny.
That's so funny.
I'm assuming, Bill, you probably enjoy Alaska a little bit more than Ohio.
Bacon ice cream. How would that work?
Bacon ice cream.
Just
Tilt's famous ice cream with some bacon on it.
Make a little cone of just cheese and then just put the
Bill said, I will never leave Alaska again, Carrie. The 7 years I lived in Ohio, all I did was long for Alaska the entire 7 years. Listen, Bill, I'm not being dramatic, but the longing you have for Alaska, I have had it since we visited there. Of course, I want to come see you. Really want to see Daisy. Of course, I want to film you for the documentary, but I have that longing for Alaska. There's a real thing there. If anyone is blessed enough to visit Alaska, or if you have some vacation coming up and you're thinking, oh, gee, I could go here, or I could go here, or I could go to Alaska, I will help you out right now. Go to Alaska. The most beautiful place I've ever been. It's otherworldly incredible. Hatcher's Pass is the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my entire life. The camera doesn't do it justice. I can't wait to get back. I have literally been longing for it, looking forward to going back there. Kim Wolf said, are you going to the meetup in Charlotte in September? I really want to, but I'm not sure and I can't commit to it yet. So I haven't decided. I'm still a little bit on the fence just for the simple reason that my entire purpose in life is finishing this documentary to help the hopeless. There's so many hopeless people in the world, like Bill. Bill had depression, anxiety. I had depression, anxiety. There's a lot of people in the world right now that have that and they don't know about this proper human diet as a tool in their toolbox for that. So that's my goal and my purpose. And there's so much traveling coming up for the documentary. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it in or, frankly, afford to travel down there and pay for it.
Talk slower.
A little too fast?
Yeah, that's what you sounded like for a second.
Slap me.
Throw water at your face.
All right, Alyssa, talk somewhere. I'm talking too much. They want to hear from you.
What
is your favorite carnivore meal that you've eaten over the last 3 months?
That steak.
Talk about it.
Oh, it was so good. There wasn't any flavors on it, but I put so much salt on it, and it's just like so. It was so.
Are you craving steak and meat and beef more now that you're doing carnivore for a while than you did when you first started?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I crave a lot of. It sounds weird, but I crave salami. I know that sounds so weird because it's not like fatty, but it's just something I crave. I'm glad I crave that, and I don't crave pizza.
Bill's answering my earlier question about Daisy being weirded out by Bill leaving. Daisy understands so much is kind of insane. He lets me know when he's irritated, and he's been really irritated the last few weeks with his ear mite oil treatments. Is he getting better, Bill? I hope he's getting better.
How old is Daisy?
Daisy, I believe Daisy is about 6 years old. 4 years old. 4 or 5.
That would be Sweet
Bill,
Pea's
how
age.
old is Daisy?
That would be Sweet Pea's age. I wonder how they would react by each other.
Our cat Sweet Pea is...
I think she's 6 too.
5 or 6. 5 or 6.
Whatever.
Carrie, you need to skip down the chat feed. You got too far behind. Oh, yeah. I'm getting caught up now. Papa Carnivore said, hey, Bill, I watched your Costco video. It was great. You guys, if you guys aren't watching, I get so frustrated because people will come to me and they'll say, what's going on with that Bill guy? Go watch his YouTube channel. It's incredible. I watch it every single Tuesday. I'm not joking at all. I love watching it every Tuesday. And especially, I call it season 2. Do you know what season 2 Bill Nott is?
Mm-mm.
Outdoors. He's outdoors now.
Yeah.
That's season 1 was Bill stuck in the house.
I liked watching him when you were watching him. I was watching him. He was walking around. He was looking at these berries, and he said that they weren't there anymore. And it's like, wow, he remembered they were there, but they're just not there. Yeah. And it was so cool to just see him outside. Yeah,
it's pretty awesome seeing Bill outside. So season 2 of Bill Nott, go check out his YouTube channel. It's incredible. And I said this to Bill the other day. I'm just going to keep saying it because you got to give credit where credit's due. I don't think Bill realizes his reach. I am not exaggerating. This isn't flattery. There doesn't have to be any flattery. I had a woman in the theater the other day and her husband, and she told me she believes that her life was saved from carnivore. She found carnivore through a Bill Nott carry video. She absolutely loves Bill Nott, and she works at a huge company. I think she's one of the higher up managers there or something. They have 400 employees. Every single one of them watches Bill Nott. Every single one of them. So many, and she's like, this person started, then this person, so many people, just as one example, this one woman started carnivore because of Bill, and she says it saved her life. My question for you, Bill Nott, is how does that make you feel? All glory to God, of course, but you being brave and sharing your story and putting it out there is literally saving lives. And that's just one person that happened to come into the theater and tell me. There's so many other people that are inspired that never, ever, ever in their entire lives even leave one comment on YouTube that you have inspired to change their life. It's a comment I get the most. When we were at Hack Your Health, you didn't go with. Emma and Katie were. We showed a couple clips. And when we showed the Bill Nott clip, the whole audience went absolutely insane. It was incredible. Why? Because everyone loves Bill Nott. Why? Because Bill's an awesome guy and he's inspiring people. What'd you say?
Because he's awesome. He's literally so inspiring.
He's the man.
He is.
The world needs more Bill Notts. Chris Stearns, thank you so much. You're so generous with the super chat. Said Diet Coke is my only weakness. I haven't been able to kick it yet.
Yeah, it took me a while to kick it when I was in keto, but trust me, if you kick it, you won't want it.
Take it out to the garage, Chris. Kick it. Karate kick it. You can do it. I hear you, Chris. I was horribly addicted to Diet Coke.
Me too.
Not any Diet Coke.
McDonald's Diet Coke.
Had to be McDonald's Diet. I was literally. We don't have a McDonald's here in Montello. It's a half-an-hour drive there, half-hour drive back. That's an hour round trip.
Yeah.
An hour round trip in the car. I would go or I would send them. I'm like, here, go get me a Diet Coke.
It was just a large Diet Coke.
That's it. Give me a large Diet Coke. Papa Carnivore said you're looking trim, Bill.
Yeah, he is.
Bill's been looking great.
Bill knows he's been looking great.
Bill knows it. He's got to pop the collar up.
Yeah.
Bill stalled out for a while and he was giving himself a hard time. I'm like, you got to give yourself more credit. When I was in Austin, so many people were saying, if Bill didn't stall out, I would be concerned majorly. You can't continue to lose weight at that rate forever. When you're stalled out, your body is healing. It's healing other things. It's healing 5 years of being stuck in your house. It's healing other things. The thing that I wish I did, you probably didn't do either, is measurements. Because I bet you when Bill's like, I stalled out on the scale, he's probably lost inches on his arm or waist. Your body composition changes.
He's probably just growing muscles.
Your muscles grow and they're heavier. Your fat goes away, but your bone density, there's so many things that can change your weight. And when you look at just the scale, you could actually be making incredible progress and the scale shows no movement whatsoever. But you've lost fat gain, muscle gain, bone density. Bacon jerky. Just Susie's thoughts says, Bill Nott, how did Daisy get his name? He is so smart. How did he become Daisy?
Don't you know that?
I know the answer.
I do too.
Ivy from New Zealand. Good morning.
Morning.
Monday morning in New Zealand.
So weird.
It's morning time there.
Oh, it's Monday for them.
I would love to go to New Zealand at some point. Bill said, in a nutshell, for the first 6 months, we thought Daisy was a girl. And by the time we found out he was a boy, he already knew his name and responded to it. So I didn't have the heart to change it. It's a perfect name anyway.
It is perfect.
Out of your 3 daughters, who was born first?
I was born first.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So I was born first, and then Katie was born first, and then Emma was born first.
Did you guys like decide it in there? You're like, I'm going to go first?
Yeah. Like I didn't want them to go first.
Did you do like rock, paper, scissors, or how did you decide?
No, I just jumped out.
You're like, I'm out of here. Like were you
I was
sick
done
of
with them. They were so annoying.
Were they fighting in there like they fight now?
Emma farted that thing. Oh, I'm kidding.
Is that a thing? I bet you it is.
It probably
A little
is.
bubble in there.
That's probably why I was out first.
So Emma farted and you popped out first. Who was second?
Katie, you just asked who was second?
Alyssa, Katie, Emma. Well, that's what they said because you were ABC, but who knows if they must? They didn't know.
Just because I'm shorter than my sisters, they're like, "Oh, you were born first." Like, you really think that's how that works?
Should I tell them the other half of the story? You guys want to hear the other half of the story? I'll make it real quick. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
The triplets were born. It was a C-section. They were born at 32 weeks. They were extremely premature. In fact, my daughter Katie was less than 2 pounds. You were like 2.5 pounds. You were the chunky
I was
one.
a chunky one. I
You
still
were like
am.
you were like almost this heavy. It was crazy. I'm like, I can't even lift that. When they were all born, it was a C-section, and so Jen didn't get to see her girls for 3 days. I got to see them before she did. Now, of course, they did a C-section. They pulled them out. And they're like, here, look, here, look, here, look. So she got to look at them for a second, but she didn't get to hold or spend any time with her babies. This was the most.
Because it was so early, I think.
Yeah, it was so early, and it was a major surgery she had to get with triplets. So at 32 weeks, and they're all premature. So because they were premature, they had to go into the NICU, which was crazy. This was the most surreal moment of my life. I walked into a room, and it was huge, like half the size of the movie theater upstairs. There was 18 people in this room. There were 3 pods. Baby A, baby B, baby C. Each pod had 6 people around it. A nurse, I think there was an anesthesiologist, a doctor, like a specialist. So there was 18 people in the room. I just walked in. I'm like, what do I do now? And then I had to pick which baby to meet first because there's one A, B, C.
No, imagine that me and Katie are sisters and Emma's just a random one. Because
Yeah,
me and Katie look more like Emma's just like she doesn't even look like any of us.
She's left-handed too.
Yeah, no one's left-handed besides.
Are you gonna ask which baby I looked at first and met first?
Emma. It was definitely Emma because he named Emma. So
you'll never know. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't remember.
When
it
you
was
were
baby ABC.
when you were my age, did you have like kid names that you want to name your kids? Like, did you plan it or did you just think of it? Or did you?
I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't remember anything.
I have my kid.
Do you know what happened? I had triplets, you guys, and from that point forward, I remember nothing. It's like amnesia. It's all a blur. It was like the fog of war, changing diapers and feeding babies one after the other after the other.
I saw this really funny video on TikTok where it's like because the Gen Z like generation is so bad, they're gonna be naming their kids like Starbucks or something. Like their first name Star, their middle name Bucks. It's so weird.
Keep talking.
I don't know what to say.
What is Emma's favorite meal?
The burgers. Katie's, I would say, is probably chicken, but it's because it's hard because she doesn't really like eating steak. You can just go on your channel.
I don't think I have it on there. I'm trying to find a video to show you guys.
I think you have it on there.
Oh well. I have an old video where I was feeding the triplets and Jen recorded me. Maybe the first YouTube video we've ever done. That was crazy when they were little babies. All right, get caught up on these comments here. Faithful carnivore from 356 pounds July 23rd to currently 208. Never quit coffee, but did BBBE or lion diet just meat, eggs, dairy with off and on OMAD. Wow, that's incredible. Wow. So you are down
committed
140 pounds ish.
142.
142.
I think.
No, your math's wrong.
Your math's wrong.
You're down like 14 bowling balls, 10-pound bowling balls. That's incredible. That's Good job.
Crazy.
All right. Claire said, Carrie, so glad you're coming here to Adelaide in November. I am really looking forward to it. I've never been to Australia. It's such a blessing. I'm not looking forward to the flight though, but we'll make the best of it. It's a long flight. It's like 30 hours in a plane or something. Would you make it 30 hours in a plane, Alyssa?
I would sleep the whole time. Well, are you gonna have internet on there? Then you can just do a live stream.
I'll just live stream for the whole 30 hours.
Yeah.
Heidi asks the question, how do I keep my husband from quitting? Ugh, I'm so sick about this. My husband just decided to add back all the vegetables and lean protein because his cholesterol is high on his blood panel. Oh, Heidi. Please start by researching. The number one thing is cholesterol quantity does not matter. And if your doctor is telling you cholesterol quantity doesn't matter, you should run for the hills and find another doctor. It's the quality of your cholesterol that matters. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you advice. I'm just telling you what I've learned from Dr. Ovadia. I did a video with him a while ago. I was talking about root cause. It was like 3 videos ago. I'd encourage you to watch it. He says the root cause of heart disease is not cholesterol. It's insulin resistance and inflammation. So your husband going back to adding vegetables and lean protein, and every single study, the Framingham study is a big one, shows that the higher your cholesterol is, the longer you live. The lower the cholesterol is, most of these people end up dying of cancer or something else. It's all backwards. It's like the food pyramid. Everything is backwards, upside down. Favorite movie? Shawshank Redemption, someone said. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's one of the greats. Jeremy did carnivore for 3 months and had amazing results. Made the mistake of coming off for the birthday and didn't do back yet. Supposed to start tomorrow.
No, you know what? Can I answer this? You're gonna say you're gonna start tomorrow, but you know you're not actually gonna start tomorrow. So just start right now. Start right now. Just go eat a steak or go eat some eggs. That's what I kept saying is, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and I said that for about 2 months. Every single day. Oh,
So
I'm
you're
just gonna
peer
do it tomorrow.
pressuring Jeremy to start right now.
Yeah, just start right now.
Like, suck it up. Just go now.
That's what I did.
That's actually
I'm
good
not trying to be rude. I'm just saying that's what I
You're
did.
being very rude.
And that worked for me. Is I'm gonna say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, but then I'm gonna be
No,
like,
I totally agree. And the reason I agree is because I know what Jeremy's probably going to do. I'm no judgment, Jeremy. How about this? I know what former Carrie would have done. Former Carrie would have said the same thing. Carrie Franklin. I would have said, I did carnivore for 3 months and then I cheated on my birthday. I'm going to start tomorrow. I would have been pigging out today.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go get a pizza. Oh, this is the last time because I'm going to be doing that carnivore forever. Better go get some ice cream. Better go get some junk food. And I would binge and I would gorge myself to the point I'd probably have to do carnivore for an extra month afterwards just to lose the weight gained from doing that much damage.
Yeah, just from that one day.
Yes, I agree. Start right now. Right now.
Go eat some bacon or some salami or just eat any meat or just eat a cheese stick. Just do anything.
Tammy said YouTube community should start giving money to the theater so you can get carnivore snacks to sell. We already, I appreciate the sentiment, Tammy. We already sell those, and I thank you for that. But we're good. We already sell carnivore snacks. We've got an assortment of grass-fed beef sticks. We have a ton of different types of beef jerky. We sell pork rinds. We're going to be adding bacon in, so we got all that. We just got to get more people to order them. We have had an amazing number of people ordering them, surprisingly. Plus, Alyssa eats all of them, so every time we're trying to get more beef sticks, they're all gone.
Every time that I come to the theater, I usually just eat a beef stick, but then I just put my tip money in the.
Right, and then you get the tips, so you're fine.
No, it's actually really good though.
Liz is asking.
That's a really good question.
How many calories do you eat daily?
I don't count, but if I had to say, it would probably be like 2,000, 2,500. Because it's actually so funny that you said calories. Because me and my dad, we were looking at the calories on the steaks at the Texas Roadhouse, and his had a lot more than mine. It was just so weird.
Yeah, I wasn't looking because I track though. I don't track calories. I don't track anything on carnivore. That's the beauty of carnivore. I really have no idea how many calories I'm eating. Right now I'm doing Lion Diet. I'm probably eating like 1,700 maybe. There's no need to count calories.
Not in carnivore, yeah.
Similar to the cholesterol argument I was making earlier, the quantity of cholesterol doesn't matter. It's the quality. I really believe it's the same thing with calories. The quantity of the calories don't matter. The quality does. And there's so many people out there that'll foolishly say, well, calorie is a calorie. It doesn't matter. False. I'm getting too loud. Am I too loud?
He's screaming.
If you have 1,000 calories of Oreos or 1,000 calories of ribeye, both are 1,000 calories, but it's not the same on your body. Why? Because the Oreos, they have sugar in it. So it spikes your blood sugar.
So many carbs.
It affects your insulin. The Oreos have soy in it. Soy messes with your hormones. There's ingredients in the Oreos we can't pronounce that have downstream effects to our hormones, our blood sugar. My blood sugar spikes. I'm hungry a half an hour later. I'm eating more and more. 1,000 calories is not 1,000 calories. It depends on what you're eating. So it's the quality of the calories that really matter. But if you're eating carnivore, you don't even got to count. Like, just eat till you're comfortably full and you're good to go. It is the most natural thing in the world, and counting calories is not natural. I'm not judging you. I did the same thing. That was one of my many diets. Let's just calorie restrict. We had the little app. Oh, if I have a pizza today and then I starve myself the rest of the day, I'll be good. Meanwhile, I'm eating a pizza that's full of carbs and seed oils and garbage. It's inflammatory to my body.
That one's cute.
This one?
Yeah.
Bill Nott, that happens funny. Daisy is a good sport, doesn't mind. He knows he is handsome like a daisy.
He is. Very.
Chris Stearns, 282 pounds to 210 since January 2024. 72 pounds. That's awesome, Chris. Congratulations. Heidi, Dr. Ken Berry has videos on cholesterol and what is the big deal and what is not. Did he feel better on the carnivore diet? Aches and pains gone. Dr. Berry also has a book on blood panel. Yes, very good. It's all free information.
Pepperoni is not processed. Is not. Oh. So the one that I get, I don't get like the normal pepperoni there. I get like the, what is it called? It's not like, it's like you cut it yourself. Pepperoni.
Heidi says, okay, I'm not wanting to post this because I love Topo Chico and it's been my carnivore drink for years, but I heard a few months ago it has PSFAs. Please say it isn't true. I don't know. I drink it out of the glass bottle. They sell this out of a plastic bottle. They sell it out of a can. I'm assuming if you have it out of the plastic bottle, you could get some PSFAs. There's also this that comes in a lime version that's got some other weird ingredients. This one is in a glass bottle. It's just water and it's just carbonated. I'm almost positive this is pretty darn good. Let me just have one nice thing, but let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But there are different versions. Like I almost accidentally bought some that was in a plastic bottle, which wouldn't have been the end of the world. But with the plastic bottles, you run into the microplastics and forever chemicals and stuff like that.
Aw,
Susie,
that is so funny.
Bill, I had a cat named Stinky. He just got used to it as a kitten. He had diarrhea when I rescued him. I kept telling him he was stinky, and he answered to it.
No, that's funny because the cat that we have, me and Emma, Sweet Peach, we always call her Stinky. She doesn't even smell bad, but we just call her that. Just what she got used to. She comes to us too when we call her that.
The Carnivore Boss, $50. Thank you so much. Alyssa, you are really intelligent, funny, and inspiring to listen to. I can't wait for your YouTube channel to go live.
Aw, thank you so much. I'm excited to start it too. I want to do live.
When are you going to start it?
I'm not sure.
Right now. Why don't you just start it right now? You're going to say you're going to do it tomorrow. You're going to do it the next day. Why don't you just do it right now? Let's go.
Let me go grab my phone.
We can do the first one right here. We'll record it right now. Ready?
My phone's over
She's
there
like,
too.
chill.
Yeah,
chill.
chill,
I'm
bro,
joking.
chill,
All right?
chill.
I'm going to get so many hate comments that I'm abusing
Guys,
you.
there's a gun under the table. If I get up any second.
If you quit carnivore and you don't start a
away.
YouTube channel tonight, you're going to the orphanage tomorrow morning.
Help.
The Montello orphanage.
Guys, he's joking. He's actually joking.
I'm not joking. You're going to the orphanage. Can you put a 17-year-old in an orphanage?
Yeah, because I'm not 18.
So in like 1 year you'll get up?
Next year, yeah.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine, yeah.
Do you think they'll feed you carnivore at the orphanage? No, they won't.
They would.
So you better shape up.
My bad.
You'll be eating like bananas and potatoes.
Yeah. And they'll be like, potatoes are good for your health. Oh,
we're talking about deli meat, some arguments back and forth. Cranky Carnivore Cutler says any deli meat is better than any processed carb. I agree with that. Dr. Barry's done a really good video on that, where he's like, hot dogs, lunch meat, it's not the best in the world, but in my opinion, 1,000 times better.
Yeah,
1,000 times better than the standard American diet.
After this, me and Katie are going to go to Walmart and we're going to get a bunch of food that we're going to meal prep, and I'm really excited to get it. We're going to get bacon, we're going to get salami, we're going to get steak, we're going to get, oh my gosh, I'm just
Can you buy me some food and cook me dinner once?
If you give me your card.
Yeah, I got to pay for it. Heidi said her husband took her to Fogo de Chao for Christmas last year. All the meat's great restaurant. We went there with Dr. Hampton when we did the Chicago meetup, when we filmed Dr. Hampton for the documentary. It was great. Alyssa.
Yes.
Have you been to a Brazilian steakhouse?
Yeah, I went to 2. No, I went to 1.
When did you go?
The one in Chicago.
You went to that meetup?
Yeah.
So she's been to a meetup before? See,
only one, yeah.
My brain doesn't work since the trauma of having
so
triplets has messed up my brain.
So good. They had like this chicken. Like chicken's my favorite like food. I know that's probably not good because there's not fat on it, but it's just so good to me. I love it. They had really good
The bacon wrapped chicken. You love the bacon wrapped chicken.
No, it wasn't bacon wrapped. It was just chicken thighs. It was so good. And then obviously I had a lot of steak. A lot of steak. It was really good.
We don't have a good Brazilian steakhouse here in Wisconsin. There's one in Madison, but
you look just like the brunette version of Emma. I guess we do look alike then.
Then your answer should be no.
No.
Emma looks like the blonde version of me.
Yeah,
I'm running the show.
I'm older than her, so yeah.
Yeah. She's your little baby sister.
She looks like me, guys.
How are you older and she's the one that's in charge all the time? You need to take control.
Yeah, I'll take control, guys. Don't worry.
She kicked you out of the womb as a triplet. She knocked you out.
No, she's
been bullying you ever since. You were sleeping in bed last night. She's pushing you out of the bed.
It's because I'm like too nice to like push her away, I guess. And then I was the only one that brought my charger, so I couldn't even charge my phone last night because everybody was using it.
Jeremy Franklin said, I have this cat, and I kid you not, it has been an adult for quite some time now, and I started feeding it carnivore, and the cat has grown taller and bigger when she was already an adult. How strange. Do you believe him?
Yeah.
Our dogs look like, she said earlier, they look ripped.
Look like bodybuilders.
They look like like they're hitting the gym every day. It's crazy. As carnivores. Prior to that, how were the dogs? Prior to carnivore.
They were so tired. All they did was sleep and sleep. And Baxter, when he was younger, he used to run all the time, and then he never did. But then we put him in carnivore. We drive a golf cart around like 10 times, and he just still runs. He doesn't want to go in the house. He's never done that before.
Heidi said, you are so famous, but just wait until after your documentary comes out and then beyond. She's talking about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you going to be in the documentary?
Probably not. What am I going to be in for? I don't have a huge
You're carnivore now?
Yeah, but I don't have a good story like everybody else has.
Well, make it happen.
What story do I need?
You're a teenager carnivore.
I fell off a cliff and I didn't die because I'm carnivore. This is why.
We were joking about that the other day. We were in a Ferris wheel at a family reunion.
Oh, yeah.
What were we saying?
Okay, so we were in a Ferris wheel, me, my dad, and Emma, and I was only us. And under it was like, in front of you was like a huge, like beautiful river, and in like under you though it was like
rocks,
concrete and stuff. Yeah, literally pure rocks. And he was like, "If I jump, you think I'll make it in the water?" And we were like, "No, you will not make it in the water." And he was like, "I'll jump in the, I'll get into the." I'll hit the rocks, and I was like, "Yeah, but you'll just break your leg and walk it off because you're carnivore." It was so funny. What else did you say?
It was
your
like
whole body is broken, but you're just gonna get up and walk it off.
It was like a 70-foot drop, and I'm like, I just get up and be like, carnivore,
just
I'm fine.
Your shoulder
and my arm would be like the bone would be on the skin.
Broken the other way. Yeah.
For carnivores, it's okay. You don't need to send an ambulance.
Just put it back in place.
Fractured skull.
Your neck is like broken. You just like start walking.
I'm good. I'm carnivore. We joke, but it's partially true. Question, was Emma firstborn of the three, so she's the boss? No, Alyssa. You were first, right?
Why are you asking?
Well, she's asking. I just want to make sure. Alyssa was. Emma kicked Alyssa out of the womb. I'm far behind. It's my fault for being so far behind. Karen Harrington ordered 2 quarter-pound patties from McDonald's today and only got charged for the patties and not the whole sandwich. There you go.
Yeah, if you ask for them off the a la carte menu, it's a lot cheaper.
Sometimes, but it's always tricky.
Sometimes
they have no clue.
Sometimes they just do the burger, then they take everything off it. And it's like $5. But if you just do it off the a la carte menu, it's like $2.
Roseanne said, I had to push my sister out because she was in the way. I fit in the palm of my dad's hands. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how big they were. They were like this big. Like I could hold 2 of them like this. Katie was 1.5 pounds and she stayed in the hospital for like over a month.
She was alone.
We had to bring you guys home and leave her there.
Yeah.
That was awkward. No wonder she's.
Oh my gosh, I really want to show them a picture. So since me and Emma were alone, we felt so lonely that we were in a crib and we were holding each other's hands. Remember that picture?
Show it.
I'll find it. I'll grab my phone. It was the cutest picture ever.
Papa Carnivore walks 5 to 6 miles every morning with his dog. That's awesome, Papa Carnivore. Like one of the best things you can do in the world. Isn't it beautiful just going for a morning walk too? You feel the energy. You're with the birds. The birds are chirping. Sun is out. It's like a whole other world out there. I really regret that I didn't do this more often prior to carnivore because I was missing out. Even if I was like, oh, I got an extra hour, I don't got any calls till I could sleep in a little bit more. Missing out on a whole other world out there. Heidi said, serve Zevia soda at the theater, popcorn with coconut oil, just a bit better and still tastes great. Our popcorn is served with 100% coconut oil. Don't have Zevia, but we do have depending on when you come in, it's been crazy busy lately. We have had a variety of different waters at the theater as well. I don't have this up there yet. I probably should. I have my own personal stash. I don't want to have glass up there, though. I guess we'd have to get the plastic ones. Chris Stearns, thank you so much for the super chat. Been hitting the gym for 3 months, and the reshaping is the roof paired with carnivore. Nice. Bro, for real, for real. You'll regret this when you are old. I guarantee it. Super, super dumb. All right, let's go here. Tell me how I'm going to regret it. Alyssa, bro, for real says I'm going to regret it. I'm so dumb. All right, I'll make this quick. Here we go. Let me just wait 1 second. I am down 100 pounds since my heaviest. Bro, for real, I have reversed congestive heart failure. I've reversed a lifelong irregular heartbeat. I no longer snore. I don't need a CPAP machine anymore. All of my blood work looks absolutely perfect. I have reversed the 5 markers for poor metabolic health that, bro, for real, I guarantee you, you have a couple of those markers. 90% of humans walking around have poor metabolic health. I've reversed that. When you have poor metabolic health, you are 6 times more likely to suffer heart disease than if you have high cholesterol numbers. My cholesterol looks great. My blood pressure is precisely exactly 120/80. I could get up right now and I could run a marathon and I could kick some butt and I could barely stand up before. By every account and measure and all of my medical paperwork that I can show you and I have shown on my channel, I am better than I've ever been before, but you're going to tell me I'm super dumb and I'm a ticking time bomb and I'm going to regret this.
You want to know what's
any
funny?
moment now, my chest is going to just go boom and explode, even though it's way healthier than it's ever been my entire life.
You want to know the funny thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Is that this, no offense, probably old man came on here to say that and comment it for what reason? Wasted his time of the day to do that just for him to get burnt.
Because he's smarter than us. What are you doing, bro, for real, that's working out for you?
Also,
your comment is super, super dumb. I'm sorry, but it is so dumb. By every single account and measure, I'm healthier than I've ever been my entire life. I have no inflammation in my body. And also, I'll end it with this because I'm going to go on a rant forever. Did you see how this is getting under my skin? I had a couple comments like this, and they drive me nuts. This is the 3rd time I've had it today. Besides myself, don't listen to me. I decided to do this after watching Dr. Ken Berry. He's a family medicine doctor. He eats like I eat. But then I also watched Dr. Philip Ovadia. He's a heart surgeon. Heart surgeons, are they pretty smart, Alyssa?
I would think so.
I would think so. He's done 4,000 heart surgeries. Do you know what he eats? A proper human diet, carnivore, like I do. Then I heard about Dr. Baker. He's been doing this for like 11 years. He's an orthopedic surgeon. Are orthopedic surgeons pretty smart?
I would think so.
You know, last week I interviewed another orthopedic surgeon carnivore. Dr. Rick. The guy is awesome. That video is coming out soon, by the way. He eats like I eat. I've interviewed a guy that does brain surgery. I've interviewed the woman that wrote this book. Her name, bro, for real, is Dr. Georgia E. She is an MD. She was trained at Harvard. Harvard-trained psychiatrist Dr. Georgia E. advocating for a proper human diet, eats like I eat. So I'm going to go with the brain surgeons, the heart surgeons, the Harvard-trained psychiatrists, and I'm going to roll the dice. And if I'm going to regret this when I'm old, I guarantee you I'm not, because if I were to die 20 years earlier, I will take a pen and a paper and I will sign a contract saying, take my life 20 years earlier, because I, bro, for real, am truly living. I'm living my life to the fullest potential. I no longer have depression, anxiety, and I don't have the brain fog, the super, super dumb brain fog that you're experiencing right now. I have none of that. I think with total clarity. And so if it takes my life early, I'm a ticking time bomb. I will sign a contract and agree to that, and I'll be happy to do it because I feel incredible and I am truly living. And I'll stop talking now because I'm going on a rant.
Time to lighten the mood.
Lighten the mood. Alyssa's ready to lighten the mood. What do you got to lighten the mood?
This picture.
Let me do this. I can do this better.
That picture is me and Emma holding each other hands when we were younger.
That's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, I don't think
there we go. That's a little bit.
But that's the picture of me and Emma holding hands. That's when Katie was gone.
Are you sure that? Where was Katie?
She was in the doctor.
Oh, Katie was still in the hospital at that time.
But also, I have to go because me and Katie are going to Walmart and we don't want it to be late by the time we get back.
You can't leave.
But I also really enjoy talking to everyone, and the movie's almost done too. I also really, really enjoy talking to everyone, and thank you for asking all these questions. I'm glad I could answer them. And please check out my YouTube channel soon. I promise I'm going to make one.
Okay, I'm going to keep ranting with bro for real. Okay, thank you, Alyssa. Bye.
Bye, guys.
You're going to cook me some food tomorrow? Yeah. You're going to start that YouTube channel?
Yeah,
I will entertain one more comment from Bro for Real. So carnivore is a fad diet. Yep, it's a fad diet. It's literally the way humans have been eating since the start of time, as Dr. Barry says. For as long as we've been drinking water and breathing air, we've been eating meat. But this is a fad. The standard American diet, where everyone's eating sugars and seed oils and processed ingredients we can't pronounce, we've only been doing that for the last several decades to the extremes that we are now. Everyone's getting cancer. Everyone has heart disease. Type 2 diabetes is through the roof. Cancer amongst those 40 and 50 years old is going through the roof. And depression and mental health is absolutely rampant, all coinciding with the consumption of the standard American diet. Nothing with people just eating carnivore or meat. All science points to you massively increasing your cancer risks as you age. Absolutely false. You have no science behind that. If that statement is true and you can show me one true legit study that says that, I will give you $1,000 in cash right now out of my own personal bank account. It's absolute BS. There's not one study, there's not one legit study that shows that eating meat increases your risk of cancer or heart disease for that matter. There are some bogus BS, waste of time, observational studies that are so foolish, a kindergartner would understand how foolish they are. These studies will ask people, what did you eat last month? What did you eat last year? And some people will say, oh yeah, I ate a lot of meat. But it completely discounts for the fact that most people eating meat, for example, will eat McDonald's. Well, what is McDonald's meat? You have a little tiny wafer of a burger patty. It's about this thick. It's inconsequential. This little tiny burger patty, and you have a huge carby bun. You have ketchup that's full of sugar, seed oils, and that ketchup is illegal in other countries because of the ingredients in it. You have a pound of French fries, which are cooked in industrial tank lubricant seed oils that humans should never be consuming. You also have about a half a gallon of diet soda that has ingredients in it we can't pronounce. And then you top it off with an ice cream that doesn't have any cream in it and probably 50 other ingredients. All of those things get a pass in terms of causing us cancer in these studies that you're referencing. And it's all the fault of the little tiny wafer of 100% ground beef that humans have been eating since the start of time. How foolish are you, bro, for real? You show me a legit study. I will put my money where my mouth is right now, $1,000 out of my own bank account. If you can show me a legit study that truly, honestly shows an increased risk of cancer from eating meat. You can't do it. I wish you the best, my friend. You are confused, and maybe if you listen and watch some more of these videos, you'll come around. But foolishness. These are the things that just, they bother me because they're misleading people. And the people that are getting misled are people like my former self that was 100 pounds heavier and absolutely miserable and clinical and suicidally depressed for years and years. And the answer was out there all the time, but confusion from things like this, these stupid observational studies that use free food frequency surveys. It's a complete and utter joke. It is so manipulative. It is such a look at these studies. Look at the news. Oh, you can eat eggs. They're great for you. Eggs are going to kill you. Like every single thing conflicts with you. 1 week it's this, 1 week it's that. You can have meat. It's great. Meat's going to kill you. Every single thing, they can flip and twist these studies any way they want. In the end, every single one of these studies is BS. Every single nutritional study, I believe, is completely false. You cannot do a true nutritional study unless you have two identical humans under the exact same circumstances, eating the exact same things. You have a control, and then you have a variant. You can't do that. You can't recreate it. It's impossible to recreate that. Every study that's out there right now that you're referencing as well is sponsored by some big company because these studies cost an incredible amount of money to do. People aren't doing these studies for science or for the sake of our health. They're doing them because they have bias and they have motivations. A lot of these studies are sponsored by Beyond Meat, for example, or sugar companies like Kellogg's. You look at the root of these studies, and almost all of them are sponsored by someone that has an ulterior motive, usually to keep us sick or to keep us buying sugar and cereal and processed foods that make these companies that pay for the studies billions and billions of dollars. This is kindergarten stuff. We shouldn't even be talking about it anymore. Cranky Carnivore Cutler, I agree. Show me the studies. Papa Carnivore said, I'll lighten it up now, guys. Sorry, I get fired up. Nia of Nia's Way is awesome. Highly recommending watching her channel. I agree. She's incredible. She's got a great YouTube channel. I got to meet her down in Austin, and she's going to be at the Montello Theater meetup we're having in October. More info to be announced. I got to chill out. I think I'm going to disturb people watching the movie upstairs, getting fired up. Let's see. What other comments we got here? If carnivore is so optimal for human health, where are all the carnivore athletes at the Olympics? There's actually a ton of carnivore athletes out there. Dr. Chafee's done several videos with many of them. There's also a lot of people that do carnivore that never talk about it because they're going to get completely ridiculed by comments like these. You're the odd one out if you're carnivore, and people that are the odd ones out or the weird ones don't like to talk about it. I believe that if all of humanity was carnivore, or people in the Olympics were strictly carnivore like I was, you would need another division for the carnivores. It wouldn't be fair. Dr. Berry has said the same thing. Yeah, bro, for real, I'm going to get colon cancer. All right, bring it. Like I said, I'll gladly take it. The truth of the matter is, we'll end it on this one. Well, there's a couple more comments, but I will end the conversation with bro, for real on this one. The truth of the matter is, cancer is rampant right now, bro, for real. It's rampant. 40 and 50-year-olds are getting it more than ever before. Why is that? Is it suddenly because everyone's been doing carnivore for the last several years, that the last several years cancers have gone up? That's not true. We haven't. The consumption of meat is going down. Meat is being demonized by the media and yourself, left and right. Everyone is fearful of meat, wrongfully so, but it's true. People are scared to eat meat. They're scared about their cholesterol. We've been eating less and less meat, but colon cancer and all these cancers are going up. So how does that jive with what you're saying? The true root cause of cancer is very simple. It's inflammation. It's inflammation. You can get inflammation from smoking cigarettes, or you can get inflammation from eating highly inflammatory foods. What is a food that isn't highly inflammatory? Meat. What is a food that is highly inflammatory? Sugar, seed oils, processed foods that are derived from, drumroll please, plants. They all come from plants. Seed oils come from plants. Sugar comes from plants. Sugar's in 60,000 products in the grocery store. Sugar's in almost every single one of those. People that are eating the standard American diet are the ones getting colon cancer right now. They're getting more colon cancer as they consume more of the standard American diet, more sugar, and more processed foods. If your theory was true, then we would be seeing all these people doing carnivore and they're all getting colon cancer. That's not what's happening. The rates of colon cancer are exactly coincide with the consumption of sugar, seed oils, and highly processed foods that humans were never intended to eat. Dr. Nelson said, we have several Brazilian steakhouses in Orlando. Dr. Kills took us to a Rodizio grill on Friday. Sandy McAllister was there. Also Maria Emmerich and Big Loser Carnivore. Oh, that is cool. I'm so sorry I missed that. We recently, Dr. Nelson, our editor and cinematographer, a lot of almost everything that's been filmed so far has been by myself, a little bit from Emma, most of it from Adam, who's doing an incredible job. But my guy, our editor, John, is also a great cinematographer. And he went down to film Dr. Kiltz and get some B-roll and get him working at the hospital. And it was some of the most incredible footage. I think that was last week. This Kitty Hope says, this is so fun to hang out with you both. What a fun stream. Oh, thank you so much. We really enjoy spending time with you guys too. Oh, he said, bye. The studies are all over. Show me a study. I will PayPal you $1,000 immediately if it's a legit study that proves it. Otherwise, you're all talk. You can't argue against someone that just wants to believe something dumb because it makes them feel good in the short term. Show me the study. You are citing a study. Show me that study. I'll give you $1,000. I'll PayPal it to your account. I'll come right out of my own personal account if you can show me a study that proves eating meat is going to cause me to have cancer. You can't do it. You said goodbye. Okay, goodbye to you. Have a good day. Papa Carnivore said, go read Tim Noakes' books on professional athletes using keto or carnivore for optimal performance. He's the leading expert in sports nutrition in the world. Great recommendation there. Tim Noakes is the man. Question from Margaret. My 21-year-old is carnivore, eats a lot. He has a big appetite. He seems to be at a stall. Is it normal to be so hungry after he's been eating this way for over a year? It depends on the composition. What are the foods is he eating? Is he eating enough fat, or is he eating a lot of lean meat? Because you could end up eating a lot of protein but not getting a lot of fat. I would take a closer look at the amount of fat he's eating. Also, stall, it depends on what the stall is. Is he eating cheese? Because cheese stalls a lot of people up. Alyssa just came back and she needs me to give her my. Why am I giving you money?
It's for Emma's car. It's for her gas. People just took all
See, people just grab my credit card number. Pool player 361, does carnivore cause constipation? I would say absolutely not. That's one of the big misconceptions with carnivore. You will poop less often. And that should be a blessing, and it should be a realization for so many people. You're pooping less often on carnivore because you were pooping way too often on the standard American diet. In my opinion, way more than you should have. Why? Because we were putting all sorts of waste and roughage and stuff that our bodies were never intended to consume in. You put waste in, you have a lot of waste out. On carnivore, you eat a big fatty piece of meat and your body utilizes almost all of that food that you're putting in there. Your body craves the fat, your body craves the meat, and your body uses it for energy. So you have a lot less waste. Think about this, pool player 361. All of the waste that we did on the standard American diet. I think back, I used to go get the grocery cart and it'd be overflowing with waste food and Doritos and junk food and salad and lettuce and the good stuff and fruits and vegetables, the good stuff, all of this waste. And we would put all this waste in our body. We'd spend all of our money to pay for that, a couple $100 to fill that grocery store up nowadays, the grocery cart up nowadays. And then you go home and you eat it and you poop almost all of it out because it was waste that you didn't need. Someone used this analogy the other day. I liked it. It's like you're paying $300 to fill your gas tank up, and you put some of the gas in the gas tank, and then you take some and you just pour it all over the ground. That's what you're basically doing. Waste in, waste out. On carnivore, if you eat a lot of fat, you can get diarrhea. If you eat too much fat, you may get diarrhea. If you're not eating enough fat, you may need to get more regular. So you can hear your body so well on carnivore, but your bowel movements are a good indication of if you're consuming enough fat or not. Claire asks, is the documentary going to be on Netflix, or do you not know yet? We do not know yet. Our initial goal was, let's put it on Netflix. Let's reach millions of people. Who knows if Netflix will have us or not? Now our aspirations are higher. We're trying to get on Angel Studios. We're trying to get on the big screen first, and then do a streaming sort of hybrid version afterwards on some of the big streaming services. So we're currently working on finishing our Torch, which is very close. I just previewed it literally yesterday for the first time. It's incredible. I can't wait to share. We got a couple tweaks on it. Then we're going to be sending it to Angel Studios, and we're hoping to work with Angel Studios, get it on the big screen. See what other comments we have here. Pop Eater said, no constipation, just no waste to poop out. There you go. Regarding cholesterol myth, I watched a great interview with cardiologist Dr. Ryan Cooley on Dave Mack's Zero Carb YouTube channel. That's awesome. I love Dave Mack. I get to meet him, and I'm going to be interviewing him as well for the documentary when we're in Adelaide. Love what he's doing. He has shared so many inspiring stories of carnivore. If you have a loved one and you want to get them on carnivore, you can't, right? You got to set your own example. But if they're interested in asking questions, the best thing you can do is give them an example that's going to inspire them, that they can relate to. And there's so many carnivore stories. They're on my channel, of course, but Dave Mack, he's done hundreds, I think over 500, 400 or 500, maybe even more than that now. That guy's cranking out the interviews. Hundreds of carnivore interviews. So you can find someone that will relate to somebody. My story may relate to someone my age, or Bill's Nott story may relate to somebody else. Alyssa's story may relate to a teenager. So you can find someone that will resonate with them. Dave's channel is a great resource for that. He's interviewed so many carnivores, so many inspiring stories. Cranky Carnivore Cutler said, just one study, just name one study. Yep, I still haven't heard the study yet. I'm not joking. I will literally PayPal you $1,000 out of my own bank account if you can show me that study. Otherwise, what is your argument? Because that was your only argument. The cancer study. And like I said, all of these studies are BS, observational studies where they ask people 5 years later, what did you eat 3 years ago? It's so foolish. Junk science. It's absolutely like a kindergartner could figure some of this stuff out. How could that be accurate? Cancer who that thing feeds on excess blood glucose in recent studies are showing are starved by a keto diet. 100%. Best thing you can do, in my opinion. If I were to ever get diagnosed with cancer, well, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, but Cancer feeds on glucose. Bill Cook, Carrie is my hero. Got me to just do more research, and more research. Oh, thank you, Bill. I really appreciate that. And I like the comment too, because that's my biggest advice for anybody. If you're thinking of starting a carnivore diet or keto diet or proper human diet, this information is free. This is miraculous. Imagine 20 years ago, if you wanted to learn about carnivore, you'd had to have someone tell you about it. There's YouTube videos. There's so many resources, studies. Dr. Barry's got some great, Dr. Chafee, all these good doctors just giving this information out for free at our fingertips. Boyd Lamb said, ignore the trolls and they'll go away. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes I partake, though, if there's a comment on there that other people could read and it could confuse them or question them. I don't want to leave any question out there. D. Owens, Carrie, you are reversing the aging process just like Maggie. Oh, thank you so much. As Dr. Barry taught me, though, I'm really not. This is what I'm 43 now. This is what all 43-year-olds would look and feel like if they ate a proper human diet. The truth of the matter is the majority of 43-year-olds you see right now look 10 years older because inflammation, because they're eating the wrong foods. They're putting a toll on their body. They're not getting proper sleep. Their hormones are dysregulated. Everybody would look and feel 15, 20 years younger if they were eating a proper human diet. So let's see. Jeannie, Alyssa, I always screw your name up. Jeannie. Alyssa, thanks so much for doing this. Young woman today have no clue about bioavailable nutrition from animal products. Yeah, I'm so happy my girls, oh my goodness. They're all of us are carnivore. My daughter, Katie, is doing a proper human diet. Mostly carnivore, a little bit of salad here and there, but mostly carnivore, which I'm totally fine with. She's eating as clean as possible, and she's doing so good. She's doing so good. The whole family is so much nicer when the whole family's on board and you just cook up a big meal. When I first started this, it was just me. I was off on the grill cooking by myself. They were doing their own thing. Jen was still doing vegetarian. Emma was still doing vegan. Margaret F., thank you, Carrie, for spreading the truth. Oh, thank you, Margaret F. That is my goal. If you watch my channel, I can guarantee you may not like some of the things I have to say, but I'm only saying them if I believe them to be 100% true. That's the other reason, too. I had people asking me this the other day. Sometimes I'll get on and I'll just riff. I'll do a walk and talk video where I'm just ranting about something for 25, 30 minutes. People are like, how do you do that? The reason I do that is because I'm spreading the truth. Also because I'm carnivore and I have more energy and my brain is just functioning better than it was before. But when you speak the truth, I don't have to sit there and second guess or think or edit my words. I'm just going to speak the words. So I'm trying to share the truth as I know it. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. And if I'm wrong, I want to be corrected. But appreciate the comment. Thank you. Bill Cook, how many birds die a year from pesticides? I believe the number is around 60 to 70 million, depending on where you look. I think the EPA shows it around 60 or 70 million birds die a year from pesticide poisoning. They die horrible, agonizing, painful deaths so that vegan, vegetarian, plant-based people can eat their multitude of different vegetables. I was thinking about doing a video on this and just calling out PETA and calling out vegans and saying, if you are truly compassionate, be more like me. You can stick to your vegetables, but I am encouraging you just eat one. I had a vegan tell me the other day, carnivore, that's got to be so boring. I'm vegan. I have 200 different things I eat. Well, due to pesticide poisoning, you could greatly reduce the suffering of animals that die from pesticide poisonings if you just ate one, like I do. Right now, I'm doing lion diet. I'm only eating beef, salt, and water. I get one cow from right down the road. These cows are naturally grazing in the field. One cow dies. I get hundreds of meals. My family gets hundreds of meals. On the flip side, if I was doing plant-based and I did a salad with tomatoes and cucumbers and different types of lettuce or spinach or kale, all those things on it, those all have pesticides on them that kill millions of birds every year, trillions, quadrillion insects every single year, deer, squirrel, mice, rabbits, all sorts of downstream destruction from this. The whole vegan stance that they're doing this out of compassion for animals. You could say one thing, but as we were talking about earlier, the truth matters. And the truth is, I don't believe there's any more compassionate diet than the way I do carnivore. Maybe not all carnivore diets, but my carnivore diet, trying to get locally raised beef, eating one item only, getting hundreds of meals out of it, versus vegans where millions of birds died, squirrel, deer, fox, all these downstream effects. Now, those vegans, they'll say, well, all of those pesticides are on vegetables that are going to feed the cows because you have so many cows. That is such BS. When you go in the grocery store, there's 60,000 products on the shelf. I eat like 5 of those: beef, butter, bacon, eggs. And right now it's just beef. I eat like 1 of those. 59,995 products are plant-derived, plant-based foods. If it's in a box, if it's in a bag of Doritos, it's all plants. There's 1,000 ingredients on a bag of Doritos. Spices and chemicals, and you can't even pronounce half of them, but they all come from what? Plants. They all come from plants. And those plants, vegetables, have pesticides on them. So this argument from vegans that, oh, the pesticides are only going on grains that are then fed to cows, it's not true. 60,000 products in the grocery store, multiple grocery stores in every city, thousands of grocery stores in every state. Then you got fast food, you got restaurants. It's all plant-based. It's all plant-based, getting pesticides sprayed all over them, killing millions and millions and millions of birds every single year. And you can't even count. You can't even put a number on the number of insects, and then the downstream effect, the runoff of the pesticides into the water systems, the scavengers that eat the dead birds and then die. And this, by the way, is a horrible, agonizing death, getting poisoned. Slow, horrible death. The cow I eat has an instant death. It doesn't even know that it happened. So I'm thinking about doing a video. I don't know. I got to stop ranting. I'm a little fired up today, but I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on doing a video on that topic. Calling out PETA and these vegans. If you're truly as compassionate as you say you are, just eat salad, because then only the pesticides on the salad are going to die. We can eliminate the tomatoes and these other things. Well, there'll be less demand for them. Therefore, there'll be less production of them, and then there'll be less pesticides used. So there'll be less animal deaths if you vegans just eat one food item like I do. Again, it's going to fire people up, but I believe that's the truth. Ron Cook, I'm in the best place I've ever been health-wise. Good for you, Ron. I'm so happy to hear that. I get comments like this all the time, and it warms my heart more than anything to hear someone has found healing. Like you probably added a second life. Like, even if you didn't extend your life, doubling it, the remainder of the life you're going to have, you're going to live like nothing ever before. Just free from inflammation, free from aches and pains and headaches and migraines and sicknesses and illnesses and all of these diseases that humans have. You get to just live a good, proper life, feeling like a strong, proper human, like all humans should feel, with no brain fog, no fatigue. Roseanne Schneider, how do I get to the a la carte menu? I don't know if you're talking about at McDonald's. If you are, you got to go through and ask them at the drive-thru. Give me the quarter-pound patties off the a la carte menu. Sometimes they'll know what you're saying. Sometimes they won't. If you do that one time and you have the app, you can give them the app at the window, and they'll put your little code in, and then those patties will appear in your McDonald's app. And then in the future, you can just click reorder, and you don't have to have this whole conversation with the drive-thru employee. And half the time, they're like, what is the a la carte menu? You will never have to do it again. So there's a little tip. Tom and Journey's Adventures. I had cancer. I don't want it again, and I'll never stop being carnivore. Good for you, Tom. You can't let up on it, right? You can't let up on it. Many of us could be walking around with cancer right now, and we don't even know it. But if I was diagnosed with skin cancer on my ear, if I was ever diagnosed with another cancer and I was able to overcome it, there's no way I would ever go off of carnivore again. Cancer clearly feeds on glucose. Even just being stressed out about having cancer releases cortisol in the brain, which converts to glucose, which then feeds the cancer. Ron Cook said, get a hold of me and I'll share my story with you. Shoot me an email, Ron Cook. I'm very busy on the documentary. I'm trying to get as many stories as I can out there. Shoot me an email, homesteadhow@gmail.com, and tell me a little bit about your story in the email. We can go from there. Bearded Meat said, I get fired up about it too. Don't worry, you're not alone. It can be so frustrating. Yeah, it's not for the sake of arguing. It's for the sake of people out there that are seeking this information, are being misled, and then they're continuing to be suicidally depressed or stuck in their house for another year because they're scared to start carnivore because of foolish comments like this guy's leaving. I don't like to engage with the trolls, but I do like to correct them. And again, if I'm wrong, prove me wrong. Show me the study. I am learning every single day. Kathleen said, we always feel the best on beef. That is the truth. Like I said, I've been doing Lion Diet again for 6 days. I did it for a stretch of like 90 days. I think I did it for a couple months at one point, like maybe 6 months. I feel so much better when I do just beef. I feel amazing on carnivore. I can't complain, but to feel even better is pretty remarkable. Boyd Lamb, you said it right there, my friend. Could you imagine a nation of carnivores? I can't even imagine. Just for the simple fact everyone would be healed would be amazing. But just for the simple fact that everyone would have clarity of mind, no brain fog, and this carnivore zen that I see over and over and over again. This happiness, this mood-lifting happiness, this gratitude, it's common with every carnivore I talk to. We're just happier. Carnivores are just happier. We just feel so much better. Imagine a whole nation of people feeling like that, holding the door open for people, genuine smiles on our faces, genuine connections with other people. It's how it should be, and it's going to be incredible when it happens, and it's going to happen. If I have anything to say about it. If it doesn't happen, it's not for me not trying, because it's my purpose in life is to get the word out about this. All right, I'm going to get caught up on these comments now. Wow, we got so many comments. Secret sauce. Why can't your wife do carnivore right? Well, my wife is doing awesome on carnivore. She adds pickles. So some people give her a hard time. They're going to take her carnivore card. You can't do that. I don't care. She's eating a proper human diet. She's thriving. Are pickles bad? Are pickles good? She is able to do it and have the pickles and do just fine. She just walked in right now. She's giving me the look. Someone said, why can't your wife do carnivore right? Come in here. Talk for yourself. Were you cleaning upstairs?
Yeah, I was.
I was trying to hang out down here until you were done cleaning. Does that make me a jerk?
No, it's nice.
Oh, is it done cleaning?
Almost. Hi, everybody.
Why can't you do carnivore right? Give me your carnivore card. You're a failure. You can't do carnivore right.
I'm sorry. I'm losing weight. I'm losing inches. I'm feeling better. I'm talking to you all. I guess I didn't know there was a right or wrong to carnivore. So
you just stop calling it carnivore, I guess, because pickles aren't carnivore. Oh. Definitions matter, so I guess so. You're doing 90%, 95, 98%
carnivore. I don't care. I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat sugar.
We'll have to call her ketovore. Are you ever going to get rid of the pickles?
No.
She loves her pickles.
I always have my whole life.
When she was pregnant with triplets, there was the pickle cravings.
Yes, and the meat cravings.
You had pickle cravings and meat cravings.
No, Alyssa came upstairs and she said, "Dad's got somebody that's being really mean to him."
Oh.
And I felt bad.
He wasn't being mean. He was being dumb.
Relax, Karen.
That wasn't this person either. It's a good question. So, secret sauce. This is my advice. This is what I do.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Your wife.
I don't care. I don't worry about what other people do. Secret sauce. I don't worry if you, secret sauce, are doing carnivore right or wrong. I don't care if you're doing carnivore and you still have Diet Coke. Whatever works for you is great. She's doing what works for her. She was vegetarian for 5 years.
No, I was for my whole life. That was Emma. Emma was vegan for 5 years.
Emma was vegan for 5 years. She was vegetarian for, you say your whole life. You had meat every now and then.
I had meat
Definitions
every now.
matter, so you can't say you were a vegetarian if you had meat.
All right.
She was 98% vegetarian for most of her life. This is the only way she can do it. She has a big meat aversion. It's working for her. She's losing weight. She's feeling incredible, and she's eating more and more meat. So I just say baby steps. I say do whatever works for you. I get people get so upset. You could do this. You can't do that. He's saying I do this. I do this. I always tell people, I'm doing me. I'm doing what works for me. I'm not telling you just because it works for Carrie. You have to do it. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm good.
It's okay.
You do what works for you. I'll do what works for me. I don't have this whole, you're in the carnivore club or you're not.
That's funny.
I guess definitions do matter. If we're being a strict definition, you are 97% carnivore, 3% pickles. That's what we're going to say. She also has cheese. Does that count? So she's 95%
You
carnivore.
want to call me ketovore? I don't care. Yeah. Whatever. I'm not. I'm here. I'm being supportive to other people. If you want to try to put me down, you're not going to put me down. I have so many friends and family on here that you don't matter to me. I just feel bad if you try to make
Well,
somebody
they left the
else
$2
mad.
super chat, so we
Well,
appreciate you
thank you.
supporting the documentary. I think it's a good question.
Yeah, I said, are you talking about me, meat sauce? That's what I said.
Yeah.
Or sorry.
So
sauce.
if Jen, if we just forced you right now, give up the pickles, give up the cheese, you'd probably be all right, but maybe it'd fall off again. You tried carnivore before and you failed because you jumped in too quickly. So I think the best answer is baby steps, and we should reframe the definition. It's just easier to say carnivore, but we should say you're 95% carnivore, 5% pickle.
Whatever makes you guys happy, you can say that. Sorry, I just heard him. I came downstairs to get the garbage in the bathroom and get some paper towel. And
Bill Cook said, sugar is like a drug and addiction most cannot break. Keep people in chains and locked down to gaining weight and getting type 2 diabetes. 100%.
Yeah.
Most addictive drug in the world. And we get paid, they make billions of dollars keeping us hooked on sugar, which then leads to cascade of billions of dollars for pharmaceuticals, and then billions of dollars stuck in the healthcare system, going to appointment after appointment after appointment. Makes people a lot of money.
I'm just laughing at the comments that guy's making.
We got some great comments today.
Thank you, Leah.
Arn is looking forward to visiting the Montello Theater in a week.
Wow.
Looking forward to having you. Arn is coming in a week, Jen.
I'm sorry, who's Arn?
Arn is an awesome veteran who
I'm
has an
sorry.
incredible story. He was on the channel twice. You saw his video. I'll show you the video.
There's so many videos that I watch and so many names that I hear.
You would remember Arn. He's incredible. He's a veteran. Arn is coming. Yeah.
Oh, right there, Sunday the 11th.
Sunday the 11th. Yeah.
Okay.
Looking forward to seeing you, Arn. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Someone upstairs? No, you better go check it.
Oh my, that's kind of scary.
Someone's knocking on the door upstairs.
The door's locked. Who the heck would be here?
See if I get caught of these. Secret Sauce says people eat cheese and other dumb stuff, then say carnivore doesn't work. Well, no, it doesn't work because you didn't do carnivore. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. For people that are saying, oh, carnivore didn't work for me, I'll have people that tell me, I did carnivore just like you, Carrie, and I failed. And you did. It was so easy for you. That really fires me up. But then I talk to them more, and you're right. They're eating cheese. I never ate cheese. Cheese stalls me out, so I don't do cheese. I guess the difference with Jen is she's not claiming that it's not working for her. She's taking baby steps and doing it. So my whole thing is, why do you care so much about what other people are doing? Worry about yourself. Focus on yourself. You can never change another person, no matter what you do. That's why I don't participate in those things whatsoever. Dr. Barry said this before. People holding up a sign on the side of the road with their cause on it. Have you ever looked at one of those signs and said, oh, I'm going to do that now? Or it says, vote for my guy. Vote Democrat, vote Republican, whatever you are. It says the opposite. Have you ever looked at one of those signs and be like, oh, I'm going to go vote that way now because they told me to? No. You can inspire people, but you can't change people. So I don't worry about what anybody else does. Bill Cook said, look up the new way to fight diabetes, Dr. Ken Berry and the American Diabetes Society, the ADS. Huge shout out. We did a big live stream with them the other day, ADS. Carrie, think 65-year carnivore in her 80s, ranching and muscle, longest carnivore I've heard of. Maggie, yeah, and she's absolutely thriving and 83 years old. Oh, man, I'm so far behind on these comments now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to get caught up here. Getting there, getting there. Beard and Meat said, Carrie, are you guys still looking for more people for the documentary? We are always looking for people because the plan is to do a documentary and then do a series afterwards. And we're trying to work on the series kind of simultaneously. So we're always looking for more stories. Yes. We're so far behind right now, though. But if you have an incredible story, visit healinghumanity.movie. Healinghumanity.movie. If you want to donate, you can visit donate.healinghumanity.movie. If you want to see our website, it's just healinghumanity.movie. There's a contact form on there where you can submit your story. We got a super chat from Leah. Thank you, Leah. $5 super chat. Every penny goes towards the documentary. Frank's story you posted yesterday resonated with me, even though he's a guy and I'm a girl. You never know what story motivates you. I started today. Leah, congratulations. Ooh, I get goosebumps when I hear that. Congratulations. Shout out to Frank, too, man. That guy has an incredible story. What a heart that guy has. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, we did a video yesterday with Frank. The guy's transfer. He looks like Thor. I'm joking with him now. I'm like, Frank, you should do a YouTube channel called Thor or Carnivore Thor. What a transformation. And so many other things have happened for him as well. Leah, 30 days from now, when you hit 30 days on carnivore, or I should say 30 days from tomorrow will be your 30th day. Shoot me an email, homesteadhow@gmail.com. I'd love to interview you. And I'd love to make this help motivate you to stick to it. Do it properly for 30 days. Make sure you've done your research. Make sure you do it right. Make sure you're getting your electrolytes and plenty of fat. Dr. Barry, Dr. Chafee, they've got videos on this. Make sure you do it right. Hit me up in 30 days, and if you want to, I'll interview you on my channel. I'll share your story on my channel. I'll shout you out. Christy, Meeting Wellness. I just filmed an interview on Dave Mack's channel about her son's ADHD and how it's gotten so much better on carnivore. She'll be posted the next day or so. Oh, that is awesome. Go check out Meeting Wellness, another great YouTube channel. And, of course, Dave Mack, he's got a wonderful YouTube channel as we were talking about earlier. Fran Rushy said the most credible to me is Dr. Ovadia. Stay off my operating table. He lost over 100 pounds, and he's convinced a meat diet will help keep people off his operating table. Exactly. Me too, Fran. And, again, question the man's motivations. He's doing freaking heart surgery. He could just keep his head down, do heart surgery, make an incredible living, and go off into the sunset and retire. But he's deciding to go on YouTube and talk about nutrition, which does like nothing for him. He'd make so much more money and be so much more successful if he just kept his head down. He's doing it because he knows it works. He's passionate about it. And he became a physician to heal people. And he knows this is the best way to heal people. Mark's random curiosities. Many years ago, I heard that eating cooked burnt bacon and meat has links to cancer. Any truth to this, as I'm new to carnivore and cook my steaks well done? No, I don't believe there's any truth to this. And my best advice is check out Dr. Barry's video on the topic. He's talked about this and gotten into the science of it. The same would be true if you cooked a piece of bread in a toaster and you toasted it. You should get cancer from the bread then too. But again, these studies that are biased and only leaning in one way to demonize meat, interestingly, don't talk about those things. Watch the Dr. Barry video. He really gets into the details on it. Kay Smith, hope you get to see my comment. Well, here I'm seeing it right now. Doing therapeutic ketosis as part of a metabolic therapy for triple negative breast cancer, stage 4 metastatic to the bone. Thank you so much for your videos. Kay Smith, thank you so much. I wish you nothing but the best. If I were in your situation, I believe I would be doing the exact same thing. Shoot me an email, man. If you have any questions, I don't know if I didn't mean to say man. Kay Smith, shoot me an email if you have any questions. HomesteadHow@gmail.com. I'm not an expert on this, but the thing that I would suggest, if you haven't done this already, is you can Google Professor Thomas Seyfried. It'll bring up his Boston College website. It has all of his contact info on there. You can contact him through there, and he'll send you a therapeutic metabolic therapy pamphlet and some more information. So if you need more, but it sounds like you're on the right track. So that's awesome. Margaret asks, how did my wife start? Was she eating low carb keto first, or did she jump in after doing SAD diet? She was doing vegetarian diet for many years. Then she did keto just before this round of carnivore. She first started carnivore after doing standard American diet, and she failed miserably. I told her to take baby steps. She's very bullheaded. She didn't listen. This second round, now she's been carnivore for I think like 150 days, something like that. She's doing wonderful. She did keto first and took baby steps into it, and that really helped her out, especially coming from vegetarian. Arn said it's difficult to tell folks about changing their lifestyle. It is. It's like talking about religion with people or politics. How many people are you going to convince to change their religion or politics? It can be very tricky. But if they can see your success, they will ask how you did it. Lead by example, 100% inspired by example. You can't fix stupid. Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm going to just get caught up on these comments here. I'm almost to the bottom. Thank you so much for all the support, all the comments. Arn, very good point as well. Athletes on Carnivore don't want to share their edge against competitors. You guys know a little man called Arnold Schwarzenegger? Yeah, he's talking about vegan stuff nowadays. But if you look back in the day, there's tons of videos when he was at his peak competitor in bodybuilding. He ate carnivore. He ate steak and eggs, and that was it. Tons of it. Tons of it. He's changed his tune a little bit as he's gotten older, but that's what he ate. Ace said, hey, Carrie, thanks to you and your family for all you do. Oh, thank you for the nice comment. I appreciate it. Carrie, you're looking younger and younger than before I saw your before picture. Don't worry about these negative comments. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Man, I got some nice comments on here today. Yeah, I cannot be trolled. I am troll proof. But when I get comments where there's a legitimate concern from people that I think are confused, I will try to correct it if I believe I have the truth. Oh man, I'm still so far behind here. All right, I'm gonna get caught up on these here. I really wish this would just take the questions and put them aside. I feel so bad if I miss a nice comment or question. TT said to Jen, I'd be happy to say that my family members are 95% carnivore instead of eat trash and stay sick. Yeah, that's the truth. I would say 95% carnivore, 5% pickle is probably 1,000 times better than the average person you'd see on a standard American diet. I would be more worried if Jen was 95% carnivore and 5% sugar or seed oils or something processed that's inflammatory. She does just fine with the pickles, so baby steps. Nancy, if I didn't know better, I'd think Carrie was drinking caffeinated coffee today. Thank you for saying that, Nancy. I don't do caffeine. I don't do soda. I only drink water. I have no caffeine in my system. I am fired up, though, as you can tell. I feel almost like I've had a caffeinated drink. Do you know what it is? This is 100% the truth. I mentioned earlier, Alyssa and I went out. This ribeye I had today had the biggest fat along the side of it. The good fat. Oh, my goodness. Like I mentioned earlier, there's like a golf ball size of fat. That fat is like caffeine for me. That is energy. Like my brain is like buzzing right now. It's all about the fat. Fat is where it's at. As Dr. Kiltz taught me, it shouldn't be called carnivore. It should be called fativore. Our brains are made of fat. Babies are born into ketosis. Fat is what it's all about. Stephen Donald, greetings from New Zealand and Carnivore 16 months. Thanks for your inspiration. God bless. God bless you, Stephen. Thank you so much. Man, we got some carnivores contingents down in New Zealand. I would love. It's on the bucket list to visit New Zealand someday. I used to work with a team of people that worked in New Zealand. I never got to travel there. It was all remote work, but what a beautiful country. Leah said, I will do it. I am excited to see how life is in 30 days. Do it. Leah, another thing too, on your phone, get one of these. They have these countdown counters. They're free. Just makes it a little bit more fun so you can track your 30 days. But you got this, Leah. Anybody can do this. There's nothing special about me. You are a human. You can do anything for 30 days, but just take it one day at a time. If you're struggling or you have cravings, get more fat. Eat more bacon. Make sure you're full. Those cravings will go away. It's going to be hard the first week or two because you got to get rid of toxins in your body. You got to overcome that crazy sugar addiction. But once you do, you're not even going to think about food anymore. 30 days. I'm going to mark my calendar right now, Leah. Shoot me an email, homesteadhow@gmail.com. Who wants to see Leah on the channel in 30 days talking about the 30-day update? I've done a couple like this. My buddy Dave, type 2 diabetes. I told him the same thing. I said, hit me up in 30 days. We just did a video last month, I think it was. Tom and Journey's Adventure says, anyone else notice that their eyes have gotten more vivid? I have hazel eyes and the colors they changed to seem brighter. 100%. In fact, Tom, I did a video on that with Jen. Jen was talking about that the other day, and I've noticed it as well. I think part of it, the inflammation goes away. I don't know. People say you can see like someone's energy through their eyes. And Jen was saying this jokingly, but she was partially serious. She was like, yeah, before carnivore, you just kind of look dead behind your eyes, like exhausted, dead. I've had a couple people on my channel say that about my eyes because I've been doing YouTube for so many years. You can actually see the before and after. The whites of my eyes seem brighter, and it's just the hazel. It looks more vivid. I can't use a better word than that. Come to New Zealand, stay with us, sunniest part of the country. Have there been any carnivore meetups in New Zealand that you're aware of? Was there a good turnout? That would be incredible. Do a big carnivore meetup in New Zealand. Get to meet a bunch of Kiwi carnivores would be awesome. All right, I think, did I get to the bottom here? I did. I got to the bottom. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the good comments. I appreciate the dumb comments because we got to get the truth out there in the world. But I appreciate the super chats. Thank you so much, Chris and others that have left super chats. It's what's driving this documentary. I'm not going to stop until we reach millions of people with this. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I just want people to have this as an additional tool in their toolbox. This saved my life. I was not living before carnivore. I was hopelessly depressed and 100 pounds heavier with congestive heart failure. This saved my life. There's other people out there that need to have this at least as a tool, at least as an option if they're desperate or hopeless. I'm not going to stop till we reach millions of people. I'm so excited to share the incredible work that these volunteers have done on the team that are helping me with this documentary. Adam's work filming, John's work filming and editing, the whole team behind the scenes that have been helping, the volunteers that have been helping bring all these stories together. It's really something special. And one thing I was saying to Jen, I'll end on this note that I'm so proud of and excited for. This documentary, it's almost 100% carnivore made. Like everyone that's involved with it, even our editors, carnivore. Adam's carnivore, John's carnivore, I'm carnivore, all the volunteers are helping. This is like we were talking about earlier. Imagine if the whole of the United States was carnivore, or imagine if the United States Army was carnivore, how effective it would be. Or imagine if an entire corporation was carnivore. Well, the entire production team behind Healing Humanity is carnivore, and I think that's pretty awesome as well, and it's going to bring things to the next level for sure. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Thankful, grateful, blessed. Have a great day. Peace.